Yo, welcome to the Above Average Podcast. What's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Another Friday night with the crew. As you can see, we're missing someone. We're missing our favorite dark skin, and
You
he's at a
know.
wedding tonight. So we gonna represent without him. Shout out to Tyron, Mr. Jones Kicks. I am your co-host, Mars Hughley. Follow me.
Dead.
Follow me.
It's your boy Mark Abram, your favorite light skinned male on YouTube. Um, I know you like that intro. We got the power fix, so you're not gonna see the lights cut off.
At
So
all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
follow me on IG at Mark underscore Abram underscore, and I'll make sure to follow you back.
All right, it's his lemon head twin, Tommy Lynn, and I'm here with Zai today. He was cutting up. He didn't want to be put down, so he wanted to show his eyebrows off to y'all. You can follow me on my IG. It's right there, Tommy Lynn with an extra N. You know.
That's baby me mug right there, Mr.
Yeah,
Me
it
mug.
is.
That's Suge Knight.
Something like
Definitely.
that.
All right, y'all. We have some very, very special guests with us tonight. Very special guests. Longtime fam. Instagram buddies, I should say, Instagram friends. We're gonna welcome the mature kids. Where East Coast meets West Coast. Three people who have a mutual love for sneakers and discussion about anything and everything. We got Word Customs, the Cowboys fan that everyone loves to hate, and your favorite sneaker customizer. We got Danny Nicole, the tie dye queen, and your favorite tech bay. And we got Hella, sneaker connoisseur, and your favorite Hellraiser. Welcome the mature kids.
Pam, 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 pam.
Y'all acting up.
Over here
Always.
stealing my steez.
Perm, perm,
Forgot
perm,
to
Get
say
out of
that.
perm.
here. Listen, who
We
came
forgot
up
to
with
say
the
that Danny
spelling
was
of that?
Spelling of what?
I think you misspelled it, and we just ran with it.
We did.
I
Right.
did.
We really did, though.
It
Yeah,
works.
we definitely got to find the correct spelling for perm, 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 perm.
Right.
It's good enough. It's good enough. All right, y'all. So before we kick off the show, we always like to do our week's pickups. So I'm gonna start it off. Um, I've been downsizing. Kind of liquidating some shoes I don't wear just to get some bigger ticket items and save for a house maybe. So my pickup this week is white Sakai.
Oh,
Well,
Saving,
damn.
huh?
Don't look back here anymore.
Right.
okay.
Right. Just
You
to
ain't
get
got to show
me.
nothing.
She
We
It just don't
saving
really
downsized.
matter.
for a house.
I can't hear you.
And those are $400.
Yeah, something like I've been having my eye on these for a while because just never hit. Sneakers doesn't show me love at all. And of course, I've been having these for a while, so it's not really this week's pickup, but I was saving this for the show. I finally got my packaged socks by Danny. You feel
Yay!
me?
Hey,
Got that orange
Hey.
joint. Fire, haven't worn them yet.
I got the friends and
Def-
family package.
definitely, we know.
Me too.
Definitely excited to wear these. Trying to figure out what shoe to put with it, but probably gonna end up sending you some other socks too, because I need some Adidas socks dyed, some Sant socks dyed.
speaking
It's
of that,
whatever.
I
Yeah, I've
had
been
hit
trying
up
to
Danny.
find some.
I had hit up Danny with like 19 orders. Can you do these Sean's in this rare colorway? Can you do this kind of sock? Can you do this kind of sock?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zaire. I'm sorry.
So my pickups for the week was obviously spending $340 on getting the lights fixed, and
Dang.
Ooh,
I hit on the Sambas today, so
nice.
that was a
Hey,
nice
that's what's
pickup.
up.
You said you had
That's,
on the what? The Sambas? The Adidas?
yep. No,
Nice.
Nah, the dunks.
Oh, the Dunks. The
yep.
Dunks. I'm about to say.
I don't know how I hit on them. I walked away from my desk and I was just like, "Oh, hey."
Oh, that's how you do it. I'm gonna try that
Right.
next
Mm.
time.
It was
Just
my
rub it
Danny
in,
luck.
Mark. Just rub it in.
It was my Danny luck.
I
Right.
ain't got it no more. Y'all stole it all.
Nuh-uh, you misgot him. That's your name permanently.
I ain't seen one of them posts in a minute.
She said, "What's a got 'em?"
Right.
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 Okay. I don't know what that
Here's
is no more.
I got my
Hey.
pickups. Mark told me not to show it, but I'm gonna show it anyways because it's all I got. Nothing crazy. It was
Hey, ain't nothing wrong
$50,
with the
so
Taylor Gaines.
Right.
I rock with
She
Converse.
said that's her mom's shoe.
I rock with Converse, especially the lows. Just don't wear it in the snow.
Yeah.
Mark, we trying to play her.
She looked like she picked them up with a bag of crystals and she gonna rub them together and wear yoga pants.
Yep, that's what she gonna wear them with.
Terrible.
Hey, don't forget Baby Z gonna be sitting right on her chest in a little carrying pouch.
Look, he about to start me mugging already.
Right. Like, who talk about me? Look.
Exactly.
There we go.
Look at that eyebrow.
What y'all pick up this week?
Come on,
Danny, you want to go first?
Yeah, I might as well go last because I'm gonna be all day, I guess.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take all day. Danny, you have the least amount of pickups, so you go ahead.
Dang, she's rubbing it in.
Right.
No, I'm not.
She said
The
you ain't
only
got
thing-
ish.
You trying to throw shade already?
I mean,
raising hell.
I didn't pick anything up like this week, but there's some stuff that I picked up, since quarantine that I haven't shown. So, I got the yes, the
Okay.
snake skins. I did hit on those on the Woodstack Ivy raffle. I was surprised, like I got like a random DM. Thinking about swapping out this tongue, word know a few people that know a few people that know a few people. I'm thinking a white
Okay.
tongue would be the look.
Oh, that
on
wouldn't be
these.
bad.
Everybody got these. Who ain't got these?
I don't have
Everybody but me.
Shout out to Word. She hit on Retro Rico's raffle. It's so funny because I picked these up for her on StockX for her birthday, and StockX literally took 3 weeks to send the damn shoes, so they came after her birthday.
3
Wow.
weeks, that's it. You lucky. I'm going
Like
on
3
day
weeks,
35.
So I've heard.
That's crazy.
I did grab these. These are my
Oh yeah, I
first
saw those.
pair
Yeah,
of boots, but they're goofy. Like you can't go wrong with goofy.
Those are hard.
Those
Right.
colors.
I like
Those
those.
colors go hard. And the
That's
sweatshirt
stitch.
that
That's
matches.
stitching too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not like the mesh, like the alternate. That's like it's just like the firm material. That's not the alternate, is it?
no.
Oh yeah, that look good.
I got I picked these up for the low. Was waiting for the price to drop, so they went on
Okay.
sale. And then I had some military friends to send me their little code, so I got a little extra
then.
money off.
Here we
So,
go.
I know that's right.
I think I picked those up for like $65 or something like that.
Yeah, that's always the deal. Shoes under $70.
Yes. And then I think I got these up. Pick these up from Drama the Manager because I didn't hit on release
twins.
day.
Go ahead, Tony. Pull them out.
They don't got that signature though.
Right.
Oh
yeah, that's the wrong
yeah. I got these. Shout out to Jody Rockstar.
This happened to
She
me
hit
next
Oh
to me,
man,
too.
I'm salty about those too.
Those are
Maybe I
hard.
should have. Maybe I should have went before her. Sheesh.
Right. I'm over here
I
like
can't hit on a dunk worth nothing, man.
And
And I got
did pick
some
up
Taylor Gangs.
the Van slides, but I don't know where they are. So maybe I'll find them before the end of the show.
I gotta see
That's
what
how you
those
know
look
you got
like.
a problem.
Right. I think that is about it as far as like any new pickups. I mean, I got a couple of other things. I did get the Flint 13s. I got those free from
Hold
Be
on.
Say Women.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
get
you important.
10K. Don't know how to act.
See, we trying to get
and I
those perks.
also- I did get the low questions, the baby blue. I got those for free from Jimmy Jazz.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Like they gifted them to you?
Yeah, me and the
That's
kid,
love.
me and the boy.
Oh, that's what's
love.
up.
Apparently,
Wow.
I don't live
Word.
in this house.
Right. They said,
Man,
This is word. I bought my pair, so there.
And Word probably checked the mail that day too.
Right. And then they got to send them the baby blue pair of that. Everybody already know how I feel about baby blue. That's fine.
I'll
Mhm.
probably pick up
And
the
I-
pair that came out today tomorrow.
I think that's about it. So we're just gonna leave it to Word. She's gonna take us into the end of the show
Oh,
because
you
she
want me to
missed
go, or
get everything.
hella going.
Let's go ahead and put out the SpongeBob thing 2 hours later.
Right. That'll be Word with all her quarantine pickups. I have the Kyrie 6s, the pair that his sister did, the Asias. I have this pair. Shout out to Shell. Shell hit on them early. These came all the way from Australia, so shout out to Shell. And I do have the black pair. I don't know where they're at. Yes, I know that means I have too many shoes. but I digress.
Well, definitely.
I got the triple white shell toes. I think I got two. I got two pairs for like $45. You can't go
Right.
wrong with these.
Can't
That
go
ain't
wrong.
bad.
She
So
got
is the technical name for those shell toes? Because when I was living in Baltimore, they called them shell heads, and it bothered me to
shell
my
heads.
core.
No, it's shell
Head.
toes or superstars.
Shell
Yeah.
head. I said, what is a shell head?
I
Right.
thought you was pulling up the
Yeah.
Sean Witherspoon. I was
Right.
like,
No,
Apparently,
These-
Hella has an audition for breakdancing in the Bronx.
Right.
these are the Agamats. I wore these on feet today.
those are hard.
There's
Yeah, those are
something
pretty
about an all
hardcore.
red shoe. You can't say no to it. So
Yeah.
That's facts.
got
They definitely gonna
those.
be on sale soon, though. Mark, pay attention.
Mm.
And then
Hey.
these I got on sale, $80,
Yep.
and they just
Oh,
came in the
nice.
mail like right before the show. Got these.
Oh, that's how we doing it. You and Word just getting packages left and right. Heard you.
Yeah.
That's
I got the old schools from the Simpsons set. They haven't come yet. Word and Danny hit on the Flints for me, and there's a couple of other pickups that I don't remember, but these are most recent.
Oh, I did have the Lisa Vans, but I took them back because I wasn't feeling that pop figure puff
That's the
tape
one that,
Lisa thing on
Mars
the
wanted.
side.
Yeah,
What
the
was
Lisas
that?
were tight.
That was the Vans that you wanted that had her sisters, Marge and her sisters.
Oh
on them.
yeah, because
Oh no, I had the Lisa pair.
Oh, I wanted the one with
Oh.
the smart because the
The
material was popping out. The
Yeah.
hair, I like that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right, drum roll, please.
Let's see. So let's start
Right.
with the Simpsons pair.
Man, I
I
feel
do-
like Mark,
I do-
we came too light today. We should have just.
Right.
What's up?
Right.
Yeah,
I do-
skipped me apparently.
I do have the Lisas. They're upstairs though. I forgot about them. But so I have 5 pair of the Simpsons. So I have the Barts. Like I think this is probably my favorite pair out the pack. Like I got the shirt also.
Oh boy.
Oh
So what you
boy.
have?
A Laylee May 6s.
Whatever.
I got the Era. These are my first pair of this like style too. I don't know if I'm gonna like it yet, but I mean it was the itchy and scratchy pair, so I had to get these.
Gotta
Like, I
love
wish-
it.
yeah.
With the Airs, you just have to be careful when you put them on. The back is leather, so
Mhm.
if you bend it, it's gonna dig into your heel.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mm.
I have to go a half
Oh,
size
that's why.
down in those.
Here goes Danny's slides. They were mixed in with mine, so I did get
Oh!
4 pair. So I'll show.
Oh, they're
Danny's
dead.
slides.
That's a small shoe.
Right.
It does look
It
small.
was just in. It was just in with my
That's a
boxes.
toddler shoe.
So I did only get 4 pair. Okay. I was like, I don't think I got 5 pair. And then of course, the classic Simpsons pair. I mean, I literally have been watching Simpsons since they looked like that on the Tracy Ullman show.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
I definitely had to get this whole collection.
Oh boy.
Don't be a hater. Simpsons is classic.
Yeah, they are
Alright.
definitely.
So
No Lakers slander.
this past week was a good week for raffles for me, apparently. Like, I literally never win. Danny knows I never win. I throw tantrums all the time because she always wins. And this week, I seem to have won everything. So I got my Japans.
Hey.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm
crazy
thinking about
thing-
picking those up, man.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I
Wow.
bought these before they dropped for resale because I was so worried that it was going to go up. And then I freaking won. So now I have 2 pair, which one I'm going to raffle off.
How's the quality?
Yeah. The quality is it's pretty good. I think people like it's different because the tongue, like, so the majority of the shoe, it kind of feels like a suede nubuck, but then the tongue is like this tumbled leather, which is pretty
Okay.
cool. So I like it. I mean, a lot of people are thrown off by like the Nike Air on the tongue. You know,
Right.
everybody's used to the Jumpman or the Air Jordan or whatever, but I love it. I love the jeweled wing. I wish it would have came with the hang tag.
It didn't come with a hang tag?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the
unless-
silver Jumpman would have been nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get one of my laser cutter friends to make like some mirror joints and throw those out there. I won Rico's raffle, and I was about to pay resale for these because anything you would see, these are the women's one lows.
Yeah.
But there's something about one lows and mids I can't pay resale for. Like I'm just not there
No.
yet. So
Nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it either.
Luckily, I won. Yeah, I won these for free from Tay, and the other ladies did a raffle
But
for
they
'em.
tell it.
Yeah.
And I think it's tight.
Oh, and it's like, yeah.
Then on a last minute raffle, undefeated. I don't even remember I entered. I got my snake
How do you
skin.
not remember you entered?
That's how you know
when
you
all
enter
of
so
them, all
many.
of them,
Yeah.
right? When they tweet, I just enter, and I'm used to just getting the sorry emails days later, so I don't
Right.
even think about it anymore. But yeah, I won those for undefeated. I won the pants from Ubik.
Must be nice
Then
to live in like sneaker cities because we only have a Foot Locker and Champs and Finish Line. That's it.
That's
Ain't
yeah,
it.
nothing there.
That
yeah.
we don't have
Good.
any other stores.
And they all at the same
Wow.
place.
Literally the same mall.
And the final lucky win, thanks to Lapstone and Hammer.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Mark. Poor Mark.
Take her off
BRB.
the screen.
Right.
I
Mark
can't
Dower.
I can't believe I hit on that. It was the last thing I expected. I just saw an email and said congratulations. I was like, for what? I was like,
For what?
oh. I was like, oh, because when
Mark, you that petty today?
I'll trade you.
Right.
I'll trade you. Yeah,
I had
so
to
that's
run.
pretty much all I got. I got the Brazils coming. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. And
SBs.
yeah, I'm still looking for the champs. So basically I need the champs and the St. John's pair to complete the set. I'm not paying like $400 or $500 for that St. John, so that set might not be complete. But I'm definitely gonna try to get the champs pair. And probably my favorite pickup, I sold like a bunch of my 11s, and I ended up getting cash and the Travis 6s, which are like buried under a whole bunch of boxes. So I finally got my Travis 6s. I'm good. I'm good for the year.
Have y'all heard about that the trade blocks thing?
Yeah,
Where
I'm
you
a
can
part of
trade
the
your shoes?
I'm
Yeah.
a part of the trade block. They came to our house and they cataloged me and Danny's collection like over the course of 2 days.
Yeah, I
all
felt
Wow.
bad for them. It started
Dang.
snowing
Wow.
here, and they don't see snow.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
from Texas, so they never seen snow before. They had like no coats. So
Like recently?
it was
I was like, wait, my dog
it
is
was in the beginning of
It
the
was-
year. I want to say it was like January.
Yeah, it was in January,
I was
Yeah,
about to
February
say
January,
before I
whatever.
went to New York.
Yeah. So they came. They were going around like I think December to like maybe Marchish, and
Yeah.
going to different sneakerheads' houses and cataloging it and basically building up the database. So basically, my whole closet was already input by them. So I lucked out. I only have to add like the new stuff I have. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've been in
That's
there.
cool.
Like I got to go in there and take stuff out because people keep trying to trade like my ones, and I'm like, I'm not giving up my ones.
So how
Everyone's
does
trying
it
to take
work?
out my ones.
Right.
Because
Shout
I
out
heard of it
to
today.
Paris in the building.
So basically, you get the login, you have your closet. So your closet is whatever you upload to it. You can upload everything you have, or you can just upload, stuff. Because once you put it out there, people are gonna see your closet, and this will be stuff that they might want. So you can go in and like search for a shoe. Say like I was looking for the off-white fours, so I search for the off-white fours, and it'll pull up the sizes. And when you look at the sizes, it shows how many users have it. So like if I click, my size 11 and women's, it'll show me,
Uh-oh.
the users that have it. I can everything on their wish list. So
Okay.
those are things that they want. So maybe if there's something on their wish list that they want that I have, it'll highlight it also. So you can that way just offer things. So it's like, all right, you got the off-white fours, my size, and I got something on your wish list. So let me offer you that, and maybe I'll throw in another shoe. So I think you can do up to 3 shoes, and then you can add or ask for cash.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's pretty dope. I mean, I did before the app got up. I traded my satin black toes for the Summit white Sakai's and $400.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, wow.
I made out like a bandit.
Definitely
Right,
did.
because they dropped in price drastically after that.
Yeah, right after that
So-
they dropped.
So do they just do it like PayPal? Like you got to have a PayPal account to get the money? Or
You know what? If TJ is in here, she's done a trade through the app. How I did it, they basically, I think they either PayPal or Cash App me because that was when they were handling it then. So they dealt with it. But now in the app, I'm not sure exactly how it goes as far as the money and everything because I haven't
Yep.
completed a trade yet.
Wow. That's kind of dope.
shout out to TJ. I think she's actually like partner with them now. I
Mhm.
think she was telling me something like that earlier. So shout out to her. I heard about it earlier, and I was just thinking about some shoes that I wanted. Like I want the Sean Witherspoon Asics, and I was like, what would I give up?
Right.
Right.
The
That's the
Sambas.
thought.
I
I'm
would
sure
go
you
with
can find
Sambas.
something, Mark.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
Sambas is
Sambas,
out the
that
door.
could be. Yeah, somebody would probably do that trade. You would probably have to add a little bit of cash because I think the Sean's are trending at like 400 or 500. So
Yeah.
you probably add like 50 to 100, or somebody might do it just for nothing. Like that's the
Right.
best thing about it. You just put it out there. They can reject it or counter. Oh, that's another thing. They can counter offer. So you could say, hey, I'll trade your, bread fours, for these Samba dunks, and then you can counter, be like, well, I'll take it, but throw $50 in, or you
Right.
could switch shoes or whatever like that. So it's a cool thing. You can go back and forth, or you could just, reject it.
Do you think that would be a smart trade though? You know how SB is just like shoot up like it ain't
Right.
nothing.
I mean, I personally would do it because I'm not in love with the Asics with the split tongue.
Mhm.
So I probably will end up trading mines away, or flipping it for something. I mean, if somebody wanted to give me the champ dunks and maybe like a low key one for them, like I take another pair of the smoke grays or something, I would trade it.
I
So it
just
all
saw a custom.
depends. Oh, a custom on the smoke grays, right?
Yeah, the Chicago
Chicago's.
joint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think because there's so many Chicago colorways, like the mids and all those the mids with the white heel, the mids with the black toe that can be converted, and even the bloodlines that I've converted to Chicago's, I would probably make that shoe all gray instead of all red.
So we typically talk about sneakers that come out this weekend. Did any of you guys besides me hit on the Sambas?
No.
No.
Anybody hit on the
L.
Iversons?
I
No.
did get the Iverson to the finish line.
Must
Hit.
be
See, I
nice.
Did
told
you have to
you.
hit on them? Why can't you just walk into
Not
the store
yet.
and grab them?
Yeah, they're still sitting around, I think.
Still sitting. Still
I
sitting.
didn't feel like I needed those because I have the other ones that have one red, one blue, and so I was like, it'd be
Yeah.
overkill to get those.
Danny.
I don't
I
have
feel
I
like
feel
I
like
need-
now they just I feel like now they just re-releasing the same colors.
I need that Laker colorway.
I just need that one just
Of the
because
Iversons?
it's history.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
crossover,
Mark's
like
been
you
on
need
his
that one.
history lately.
Since Sneaker Dave, I've been like, you know what? Let me get this.
Mark, they gonna go on sale. Just relax.
Yeah, that part. I'm definitely gonna keep my receipt around because they will go on sale.
Yes.
You gonna pull up the full after like, yeah, I gotta return these.
Right. Price match, please.
Y'all
Right.
going after the 12s tomorrow?
Yeah, I want them.
No.
They too much like the Obsidians.
Yeah, she's
I
got.
think
I
they
don't
are
have
the
the
Obsidians.
obsidians.
I don't have the
never-
obsidian, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
going for them.
But what is the material? The blue part? Is it leather?
Like
Is it suede?
it's dyed dang, what is the color? Indigo.
Mm.
So it's gonna fade. It's like a jean. So there's a card inside of the box that says, indigo is one of the longest dyes in the history of dyes, and just to respect the imperfections, and it's going to probably fade over time, for lack of better,
Right.
lack of better word. So I think it'll look dope once people wear it, but it's
Yeah.
alright.
It's about to
but
be
that's
like
what
those
pretty
white and
much
red
is.
nines.
I'm
Remember the white and
wary
red
of
nines, Bled?
that white sole though. The white sole gets dirty quick.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
and stays
Obsidians were
dirty.
jacked. Yep.
Hit it with a little bit of acetone.
That's how I'm feeling about those threes. Those threes don't drop till next week, but they got an all white bottom, and I'm like, you know what? I like threes, and that thing is starting to become one of my favorite models, but all white bottom is not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Them stars gonna be
Is
filthy.
it like a milky or is it like
That joint pure white. That joint fresh like a fresh white tea out the pack.
What you want in black, Mark?
Okay.
That's what it's gonna be once you start walking around on it.
Basically.
so is it
I'm
like
scared.
the milky white like the 7210s are or
No, that
Just
joint
regular
like,
rubber.
Nah, it's just regular white, like that Obsidian.
oh okay.
that mug is just straight nasty. First
Yeah.
time you're gonna see
Yeah.
brown bottoms.
Yep.
I'm not ready for them. Like I hit on finish line but I'm not really. I want to pick them up because I want to look like that dude that just don't pick up their shoes. But
Right.
Nah, go ahead
I
and
don't
be
wanna-
that dude for them tomorrow.
I feel like when you don't pick them up, it messes with your raffle wins.
Yeah,
Yo,
especially when
I
you
don't
hit
think
on
so.
other
I don't think it
people's and then you don't go pick it up.
Oh.
so I didn't pick up the Bel Airs last week. You know why?
She threw you out there straight Meg the Stallion style.
Look, so the reason why I didn't
Oh,
pick up
not
those
Megan
live,
Stallion.
she really did throw me out there. So I didn't pick them up just because the power was like we had to get off the podcast because the
Right.
damn power went out. So I was like, Bel Air 5s,
Power.
yeah, be
Or
able to live.
adulting.
Yeah.
so I didn't pick him up. So it looks bad on Tommy, not me now.
Man, let's talk about these Kobe's.
Man, look.
I just want that jersey.
Right. I just really want
Mark
the
got all
jersey,
his over here.
but I mean, I was looking at the big stage, and I didn't know that the writing is on the same side of both. So on one shoe it's on the outer side and one shoe is on the inner side. I kind of don't
Yep.
like that.
Mm,
I don't like the top shot angle. I don't like it.
mm.
hmm
So
Yeah, because they got the design on the same side, right?
yeah.
That's a little weird. Why they do
That's
that?
the light pair, right?
I just want one
the
pair.
white black and gold pair
White,
that comes out on
okay.
Sunday. Yeah.
I don't really care which pair I get. I just want one.
Yeah, I just
I
want
That's what
one.
I'm saying. I'm gonna try to go after. Yeah.
One.
Yep.
You know, as a diehard Kobe fan, that's all I want is I just want the chance. I already know it's
Yeah.
gonna hit me with the
Yeah, so you know we're both
sold out in your
for him.
size.
I think I have like 3 pairs of Kobe's. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just 3 pairs of Kobe's.
And you know
I
it's just
have
gonna be
one somewhere.
reseller after reseller. Them boys are gonna
Man,
hit
it's gonna be sad.
$1,000.
It is. Yeah, it is.
You're gonna see some people's true colors come this weekend. You're gonna see a lot of people
Oh
throwing
yeah, here's
tantrums.
mine behind me.
Yep.
I'm about to start blocking mofos.
Oh, here he go.
I'm gonna have
Acting
to.
real fall brown.
Yep.
I mean, I hope
You
the
know.
people know. I hope the people who are real like diehard Kobe fans get them though. Like, cause I always had a love-hate relationship with Kobe because he took out my Nets when Jason Kidd was playing. But you know what I'm saying, I respect him as like, one of the GOATs for sure. I would love to have the jersey. That's all I'm worried about. But other than that, I'll leave the sneakers to the people who really want them.
Right.
Because I would
Right.
feel bad. I would feel bad trying to flip them or trying to gouge somebody.
Right. Yeah, I would too.
Mhm.
I would
I
find
mean-
somebody to sell them for retail. Somebody that really
Right.
wanted them. If I hit on the size that I didn't need.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I would trade them. I would
Size
trade them for a
12.
jersey.
I
Size
know,
12.
Mark. I know.
Let's get into it. What made you guys start the Mature Kids?
Who wants to answer that?
We'll let Hella the spokesperson.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
So at the beginning of quarantine, I was actually in New York visiting Danny and Word. And then, when I got home, I was bored as hell. And we started a group chat. And it started off with a bunch of people. Some of them we still talk to on a daily basis. But me, Danny, and Word, and Shell, most of the time we're on FaceTime all day, every day. And so, me and Word always had our lives on Instagram, and we would talk about anything and everything. Pretty much most of the time, we never even talked about sneakers. And so it was just kind of natural for us to be like, hey, we're in quarantine. We should do a show. And so we were like, okay, let's do a show. What should we call it? And me, whenever I was being petty on Instagram, I would post something on my story and I would be like, let's discuss. And so I was like, we should definitely name our show Let's Discuss.
Right.
And so that's how it came up. And now, we're doing pretty good. And people seem to like our personalities together. But sometimes shows can feel like work. And it doesn't feel like work to me. I mean, we put a lot of work and effort into our show, but it doesn't feel like work. And so I think that's what keeps us going.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been a good name for you guys too, just because like I remember when Tommy was pregnant, I was on like y'all be on at like 2:00 in the morning. So I'll be like, yo, what's good?
It would wake me up.
Or I'll be like, yo, the baby sleep, but like, what's good? I'll be sitting there typing, but I try to hop on every single time because it was always like a good conversation.
He's sleeping.
Just a
Mark,
good
do you see
vibe.
the chat? Tyron said add him in.
I don't think it's gonna let me add him in. Let me see.
No,
Yeah, you
because
can
we
have
got the
the
max.
max
We got the
people.
max 6, I think. I think the max is 6.
Yeah.
No, I thought they update.
I have no
You
idea.
guys can't have 9
Yeah.
people?
No, unless we pay for it.
Oh, got it.
Well,
hmm
here, Mark, kick me out, and I'll just go to your screen for a second, and then we can go
Sounds good.
Y'all just gonna leave the dark skinned dude out. Heard you.
Hey, what's
See,
up, family?
Tyron, I was campaigning
Yeah.
for you. I said y'all better let his brown face in
Hey,
here.
man, see, I don't let the dark person in. I'm cutting off everybody's internet. Immediately. I'm calling Duke, whoever. Tommy, thank you for your sacrifice. I appreciate your service.
Man, she sacrificed her camera
Definitely.
view
Man,
and her
what?
accounts.
Right.
Look at it.
Lord.
It's good to see y'all. How y'all been?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
I'm doing all right. I'm
Uh,
good.
Notice
Always
he
What is that?
eating.
Chicken?
Right.
notice
You
he
bring
out in
enough for
public
the
with no
class?
mask on. Look at him.
He had a Corona fest.
I
Where your mask at?
pray for
Right,
me.
He had he had a quarantine party.
I
right.
He said
can't.
he trying to eat, so his mask is off.
So
Definitely.
next week when he try to get on, we're
Oh,
gonna be
no,
like,
no, you're
well,
good. It was up under here.
we're gonna be
I'm
like,
sorry,
yeah, he
what'd you
got
say?
corona.
Yeah, I feel like I look like cousin Skeeter from Doug, man.
You really do.
The twist look good
You
on you
really
though.
do. Right.
Thank you. First
Got
giving
the
honor
little
to God
got the
now.
doodle balls on.
Do, 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 do,
Hey,
do, do,
I know where
do,
you
do,
live
do.
at. I
What you
got
say, the
easy
doodle
access
balls?
to you.
Doodle
He
And I
balls.
said
know where
doodle
you work
balls.
at.
I'm done.
Hey
I
Bars.
Tyron,
was
say goodbye so we can get back to our show, man. You got a wedding. Hurry up.
I'm sorry. I just want to say Merry Christmas to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Keep holding it
Happy
down.
Kwanzaa.
See y'all next week. Why gotta be Kwanzaa? Because I'm black?
Yep.
Not all black people celebrate Kwanzaa,
Feliz
Ella.
Navidad.
Thank you, word. I appreciate that. You know my people. Y'all be easy. Hella you racist. I'm gonna show up at your house and kick your dog. All right.
I don't have a dog, but all right.
I'm gonna kick whoever dog close to your house. Then how about that?
He
Yeah.
Wow.
talks to
Tyron.
me.
Y'all be
Bye.
safe. Black Lives Matter.
My man said Black Lives Matter. Okay, I feel
Oh,
you.
I didn't even hear that.
That's great.
All
You
right.
know, that's
Anyways,
the. I have that programmed into my Starbucks app.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
So
they
when
put on
they
your cup.
Yeah,
yeah,
so when I do mobile orders and as I'm walking in, they're like, mobile pickup for Black Lives Matter.
yeah. She doesn't tell people that. So when I go inside to get the order, and they're like, "Oh, you here for Black Lives Matter?" I'm like, "Am I?" Like, "Am I here for Black?"
Hey, that's a good one though. That's a good one.
I'm about to use that. You gonna have people hella pissed off.
Right. Go.
You gonna
Just
have the
go to the.
most racist person.
Yep.
Black
Go to
Lives
the
Matter.
craziest area and do that.
I'm
That
not
doesn't sound like
shopping
Jimmy
here
at all.
anymore.
That's
Karen gonna knock
crazy.
your drink out the hand before you even get out the door.
I know,
Right.
right? I would be on
That's
TV.
hilarious, yo. You had me turn red.
Mark, Tommy ain't in the background waiting on you, is she?
Nope.
All right, cool.
Let's
We can keep
let's get
going.
into some of these questions. I know that all of you are sneakerheads and like big time sneakerheads that deserve like the recognition. And we're gonna spotlight some of our topics tonight. Is just gonna lean towards uh, women in the sneaker community. So our first question would be to all of you. I'm not a woman, so I can't really answer this, but it says, "Who are some of your favorite women in the sneaker game, and what makes them stand out?" So it's kind of like a free shout out for
Am I going?
Anybody?
If you
them.
want,
Anybody?
I definitely say Jen Twice from Sneaker Room. Like she has a crazy collection. Like she's definitely one of the females who have been in the game as long as the boys. And of course Kixie Jixie, who's the homie. She's like a sneaker encyclopedia. Like anything, she knows everything about materials, technology, this and any brand. Like it's not just any specific brand. She knows everything. Like I think she has the Michael Jackson LA gear, like dead stock. You know what I'm saying? So she just has like a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
But yeah, those are probably two big people like I looked up to. Dee Dee, she's like the little sister. She'd be out here grinding, trying to make sure people get, what they want. She always helps the
Hmm.
ladies out. She helped me get my satin black toes. So, there's a lot. There's a
There you
lot, a
Yeah,
lot of
go.
no.
women who are slept on. But those are probably
Hmm.
some of like the biggest ones. When it comes to mind, I feel like everybody, if you say their name, everybody knows them.
Hmm. What about you, Danny?
I probably start off with Jodie Rockstar. She was one of the
Mhm.
first women that I came across when we joined Instagram back in 2012. And it's so crazy because my first, I think it was a Soul Exchange.
Yeah,
Was it
Philly.
Soul Exchange? Yeah, in Philly that I went to, and I think we were leaving or we were going outside to the car, and I saw her come walking down the stairs, and all I knew was this, this Instagram person. And I was like, "Hey!" I shouted mad loud because you know me, I'm extra. I was like, "Yo, I know you!" And she turned around and she was so shy and she turned red. I was like, "You're Jody Rockstar." She was like, "Oh my God." Like, "Oh my God, you're embarrassing me." But she was mad cool. She gave me a hug and we started, we exchanged phone numbers, we chopped it up, and we've been like friends ever since then. So she was like one of the first people that I actually met from Instagram that was a female. Dee Dee, like Word said, she's like the little sis, but she's always looking out for people, particularly the women. She tries to help women the best she can, with getting their pairs or getting in the stores to to reserve pairs or to allow us in first to get our pairs. Jen Twice, of course, she was one of the people with like the banging collections. She held it down for the ladies. She's from like the Dunk Exchange days, right, in Miami.
Yeah.
Like her
Yeah, I
name
think she
rings
was
bells
running it.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Kixie Jixie, of course, the encyclopedia of all, like knows everything. Probably can tell you the fingers that sewed the threads into the tongues. Um. I'm trying to think of so many Kixology. Like her
Um.
collection is fire flames. She's so like her name holds weight, but she's so
Mhm.
quiet. She's so humble. She's so modest. Like if you see this girl's collection, it's like sickening. It's
And
it's sickening.
she's a drop front queen originator.
Yes, yes. She is because she put a couple of
I think she
the
put Mayor on to drop
yeah
fronts. So
That's
yeah
big.
the Container Store drop fronts. I'm trying to think some of the other ladies out there that got like dope collections. 80 extraordinaire. Her name is D. She got fire. She got fire. Like her account isn't huge on Instagram. It's mostly personal stuff. So you see shoes here and there. But she's another one that's been in the game since like forever and got like some bangers.
Courtney,
Hella of course. Huh?
Courtney. Why can't I think of her name? Flashy.
Yes,
Flashy.
Flashy.
Yeah, flashy.
yes. Flashy girl. Yes.
I've heard of
I
her.
haven't seen her. Yeah, I haven't seen her lately on Instagram, but she's another one, y'all. I think this girl probably gets like everything,
Hmm.
everything. I don't
Even
think.
clothing, like
Yes,
Nike clothing and Jordan clothing.
yes. She's another one out there who name rings bells. My little Canadian boo, her name is Potato. That's her name on Instagram. Her real name is Maya. She's another one. She takes some pretty dope shots. She got a nice little collection. I think she maybe got like 80 to 100 pairs, but she definitely got some bangers in there and she takes some dope shots. So that's just a few, but there's like so many more out there. We probably could talk about this all night for hours
Yep.
and days on days.
What about you, Hello?
Um, well, the girls touched on collections, but for me, a lot of the females that come to mind are her sneaker vault. She's really big on just showing love to women sneakerheads and
Yes,
giving them a platform. Also, on her feet, she has
yes,
a
she's
dope
another one.
collection too. Lizzie Shoe Games. Um,
Yo, and she's mad quiet. That girl got bangers in her collection.
yeah,
Lizzie,
Rican
you would
Power
never know it.
Girl.
Yep.
Yep, I heard of her.
Um, its hype is literally and Littlefoot's. Those are two ladies that are in the Bay Area as well. When I first got into the sneaker community, I honestly didn't know anybody in the Bay Area as far as females that were sneakerheads. So those two. There was another one that I had in my head, but I forgot. Oh, Gigi Wright and
Oh, and Nessa.
Nike Girl.
Yeah,
Those are
Oh
two of
yeah.
yeah,
my
Nessa got those
favorites.
samples and that exclusive Nike employee store stuff.
Mm-hmm.
K Love Soul. I am Roxy. I'm scrolling through my who I'm following.
When Tommy
But
jumped
yeah,
out.
those are the ones that come to mind when
What'd you say,
we
Danny?
I said Tommy
we
jumped
see it
out.
coming. jumped out.
The baby
Yeah.
was
Oh,
hungry.
and DMV sold too. Shout out to her for
Oh,
Yeah.
five.
DMV.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, she got like OG heat, and
Yeah,
she's
she sure
super
do.
a super supporter.
Mars, you got anybody on your list?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You
I'll
don't
be
mind
honest.
be low key.
I
Mhm.
really do, and I'm not really like when Instagram first rolled out. I'm really like, oh, I'm not about to follow this person. I don't know them. That's that was my mentality then. I kind of never, I didn't get away from it, but I just now I'm open to seeing other people. But the one person I remember following from Jump Street was Pixology, that Denny said. Just seeing her collection. Of course, y'all, Danny Word, Hella. Working in retail, I was introduced to a lot of people. One person in particular, and I knew her from beginning is Mrs. Jones Kicks. So sis, shout out to sis. She definitely buys everything, and I can appreciate everyone who buys things that they like and that are different. Just like
Yeah.
everyone on the panel. So people that bring some diversity, but I don't really follow a lot of people, to be honest. Um, um,
I
what's
saw
her
that.
name?
What you did.
Footage Society.
Oh,
Rican.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
Rican.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
dope. I just met her last year in DC. She was dope. That's where I met y'all. So it was nice little gathering. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, everyone y'all said, I'm gonna have to try to shout out TJ. I was just introduced to TJ, so
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
shout out to
yeah. We
TJ.
forget
So
TJ. TJ killing the
Yep.
YouTube game, trying to be on her level.
and
So let me
Feats,
hold a couple
Feats and
followers.
Treats. Forgot about Feats.
Oh, and Bree,
She's
lick
one
my
of the newer
nights.
ones. Yep.
Yep. You said lick my
I need
nights.
I need TJ to let me hold them ads. Just
Right.
just for just
Yes.
for swimsuit season. Let
Right.
me
If
hold
she
them
could just
ads.
send me a workout regimen, I probably won't do it, but I'll look at it.
You said I
It'll
watch
make you.
it,
It'll
but
make you feel better.
Right.
She said, "I'll look at it."
Oh, I get an eye
right.
workout. Like, all right, yeah, that looks like something I might do one day.
If I was to say anybody, I probably have to like
Ashley
scroll
in the
through.
chat, she asked if there's anybody in Europe that we follow, like female sneaker wise, and I think there's a
Shan
lot,
got
but I
soul.
can't. Yeah,
Shan got soul.
And
I
I'll
do
say
I
follow
can't
her.
think of anybody else that's in.
Curly, she's in Germany.
Hmm.
I know
I
Tyron
can't think.
talks about
She
some
changed
girl
her
who's
name.
in Europe too that he follows, but I don't know. Wasn't she in Europe, Mark? I don't
Yeah,
know
she
her
was from
name though.
Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to say, of course, I'm gonna just go through a brief description. Of course, Danny, that's Miss Gotham. She get every single pair of shoes that I know. Every single pair of shoes that comes out, I always saw Gotham, and I was like, bro. I knew when I didn't get them that she got them, and I was like, bet she got them.
And then he
Word,
drew up Arthur fists.
word. Best customizer I know. I don't know many customizers, but she's still top on the ranks.
Yeah.
She's been killing the game, and I met Word 2-3 years ago. I met y'all like 2-3 years ago. So that's two. Hella, of course, she killed it on foots. She makes sure mature kids looks nice on YouTube. They're always ready and presentable and on point. Of course, let me go to Tommy. Of course, I have to say this one because
Gotta shout out Bay, right? Gotta shout out Bay.
Right. You better. And you better read it too.
Or I'll stay
Right.
exactly where I am.
On the couch.
Mars, of course, she got OG heat. I remember I watched her video like a while ago when she did that open closets.
Oh yeah, every day. I was on Everyday Sneakerheads with Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
I'm low key though, man. I'm low key.
TJ for sure. Super dope channel. She always posting some advice, always showing me what she gets early. I get kind of jealous, but she's super dope. She's killing YouTube scene. Miss Jones Kick, she got everything. She got some fire. Who else? I would say Cuter Queen.
Yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah.
Who
I'm
else?
gonna need y'all to get Miss Jones Kicks on here so we can ask her about them threes she copped today, because we are
Right.
all witnesses to how she did not rock with threes.
Right. She hated the threes, and she
We
got a
need some
bunch of them.
answers.
Right. Who else?
Let me slide to her DMs.
Who else is super dope that just deserves some recognition? Like y'all said, Dee, she always keeping it up for holding it down for the women. So she definitely deserves a lot of support. There's a few people. I mean, like you said, Shell, I think she deserves it. She always rock with y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to Shell. She comes all the
solid.
way from Australia over to the States.
Yeah, that was funny when y'all was trying that candy.
Oh,
Danny face is priceless. Oh, that's all I can really think of at the moment.
it's
That
so
stand
many.
out to me.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so many.
It's people
Hmm.
that's not even like that don't put it out. Like that's super low key that you
Yeah.
know just they're real spotty on their Instagram page, but they definitely
Right.
collecting in the background. So
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely this year, I'm starting to follow a lot more women. Like just or starting to notice a lot more women because it seems like a lot more women are getting like putting themselves out there. Like because the women, like you said, they stay like super low key and like they
Yeah.
just have fire collections, but they don't quote unquote brag about it or they're not out here battling or doing this or doing that. But like Tay came out of nowhere. Was it Mickey?
Mhm.
Just like
Yeah,
like a lot of people. Simply
313,
B, 313.
313. Yep.
Yeah, because we met her for the first time at DC Sneaker Con.
do you feel like the platform was never laid out for women? Is it now is the time, for women to take their rightful place, or what do you think changed?
Yeah, I feel like before it was kind of like how it was in rap, where every rap crew had a female. So it's like there's always sneaker cliques, and every group of sneaker guys had like a female that they would big up as the best female. So you would
Right.
look for the females based off of what the men said. But
Yep.
now it seems more so the women are saying like, all right, this is who we're saying is dope. Men, women, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like they're dope
Right.
as a sneakerhead, not just as a female sneakerhead.
Right.
Right.
So I think that's like women are basically taking their position now and just be like, yo, we're not gonna be in the back front. Like our collections are just as good as y'all's, and we'll put it
If
together
not
way
better.
better. Right.
Right.
We'll put it together
Right.
better. Like we care about the fit, we care about everything. The accessories, all that. So
They came out swinging. They was like, "Listen, we tired. We ain't beating for
Hmm.
this no more." And they just came out swinging. Like, "Listen, you gonna pay attention to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and we taking ours. That's it."
I think
Yeah.
Jordan Brand really just started to. They noticed the women in the community like a couple years ago, like when all these like the satin shatter backboards, the blue chill ones, stuff like that. Like I feel like that's when that they just started to recognize women. At least
Yeah,
Jordan
because
Brand.
prior to that, we were subjective to buying kid shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what about the middle person who wears that 7.5 who can't fit that, or what about just
Mhm.
something who we want access to and kids can't have access to? So
Right.
they definitely listening for sure, and I'm glad that it's coming. And then now they're doing, like the off white fours. They open it up to women on sneakers app. So that was dope. That they just
yeah,
did that early for them. So
Yeah.
they definitely paying attention.
I hope they keep
Yeah,
paying
and
attention.
Right. This is the
for
year for
me,
women.
yeah,
Let's
exactly.
see.
But for me, it was like I've always liked Kyrie's, and when I was working at Champs, people would be like, "Why are you wearing Kyrie's? Those are guy shoes." And then
Hmm.
I got into LeBrons, and once I bought one LeBron, I bought 80 LeBrons. Like I think since I started buying LeBrons, I think I have over 100 now, which is crazy to think that I just started buying LeBrons last year, and now I have almost 100 pairs. And I think when
Wow.
people see shoes like this on a female foot, they're like, "What? That actually looks kind of dope."
Yeah.
And
Right.
so, but I didn't have a very good introduction into the sneaker community being a female. And I've told this story many times. Is I encountered men who would tell me I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about shoes, and working shoe retail. Honestly, that's what helped me with all the knowledge that I do have.
Right.
But guys would come into the store and they would ask my coworker, who's a guy, a question about a shoe. He didn't know it, so he'd be like, "Oh, ask her. She knows everything." And they'd be like, "She don't know nothing." And so, like Word said, it's like I came into the sneaker community and I was like, "Hello, I'm here and I'm staying, and I don't care what you think, what you
Period.
do."
Hmm.
Because I've been kicked out of sneaker events in the Bay Area before for getting into it with men. So
Hellraiser, hella, huh?
yeah,
Right.
All
I didn't
right.
get
That's
that
that's what
memo.
they're gonna call her.
I think
So,
Ashley asked how many sneakers
Yeah.
does
yep.
everyone have?
Man, I'm sitting on about
Um
5 pair.
The lies.
baby.
I haven't counted in a while. I'm gonna say maybe
500.
A
Maybe
little over
3,000.
four. A little over four, maybe, because I haven't counted in a
Well,
while. That's just
Is that
guesstimate.
400 or 4,000?
Hundreds.
Because when you say four, that leaves it open for any
It
number.
does,
Yeah.
right?
Man, look, she had about 5 because I'm probably sitting at about like 450.
Hmm.
The lies.
sheesh. You know what? Don't even
Got-
ask me.
Yeah, don't ask me either because I sell a lot of
We're
my
all
stuff.
sitting around 400. I
Yeah.
think I just pushed over 400.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh my
even
gosh.
count.
I just
Yeah,
did the
I pretty
Unboxed
much stopped
app.
counting.
I'm probably like
Told me I
a
had
little
like 34.
I'm a little under 200.
It's crazy because when you look at it, I'm like, yo, man, this is a lot of shoes. I think during quarantine, has made me become aggravated with the amount of shoes that I have. Versus when I was going to work every day I would go to work with a different pair of shoes, and I would walk
Yep.
in the building. They'd be
Yep.
like, "Man, you got another pair of shoes? You got another pair of shoes?" When I was
Yep.
actually wearing my shoes more, it didn't bother me having so many because I had a purpose for
Yeah.
wearing them. Now I just, put them on and sit on my bedside because we on quarantine and I'm working from home.
So we got 6 people on this screen, and we got over 1,300 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
we're
know how
all
much? Do you
sick.
know how much money that is?
We could probably buy an island.
Right?
Right.
What the
Because
hell?
I could probably buy a house with my collection, no cap.
Yeah.
No cap.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I think Word knows somebody that did that. I think he was getting married and he like,
Oh yeah, there was an article. A guy, he sold his
Okay.
whole collection to buy a house and a ring, an engagement ring.
Yep.
And he
Oh,
cashed
dang.
in.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he got like a little over 600,000.
But that's
Oh,
what it's
wow.
about, though. When I mean, it's really life over sneakers. So I mean,
Mhm.
when you can get a house and you can get your girl a ring, like I cash in too.
Sneakers are an investment if you think about it.
They are.
Right. And
You
that's the
take
thing.
care of
Right. People don't understand that. Like they look at us like some weirdos that got all these shoes and take pictures of our feet. But like little do they know we're sitting on like, stock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like money,
Right.
cash money. Because I think like Jixie bought her house. I think she might have sold like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes and bought a house
Right.
with them.
Because she had like
So-
the Paris dunk. She had like some rare stuff, and she sold them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paris Dunks.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I got a
so
question for
so
y'all.
I think it might have been about 5 or 6 pairs of shoes and she bought a house with the purchase by cashing in on 5 or 6 pairs of shoes. Like it's
Yep.
crazy.
Look, I hate to be dark, but I told my mom that if I happen to, God forbid, I pass away before she does, I
You'll
told
sit on
her
the
who to
gold
go
mine.
to
Mhm.
sell my shoes. Like y'all be
Right.
set. Like I told her, this person you need to go to, they'll sell my shoes. So
Right.
I feel like somebody should come up with a sneaker will, like so for sneakerheads to fill out for their family who don't understand. Like we
Yep.
don't want you to get cheated out
Right.
here.
This is
like,
how much this
Right.
goes for,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You better,
Bro.
Well,
you
my
better get
sister
on it.
knows. My sister knows if anything were to happen to me, she knows what to do with my shoes. So,
Yeah, I told Danny, I was like, just make sure my nieces is good.
Yep.
But,
my nieces
that's,
and nephews, just make sure they're good first, and then my sister and my family can have whatever.
that's love. So, what struggles do you think women face in this culture, and how can men make it easier for women? That's a question that I genuinely want to know because I saw like other posts about women having a rough time in the sneaker game, and not a lot of men want to be there to help. So, I mean, I want to be a helping hand when I can.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably copping some of the women's releases, like because when we went to that satin black toe release that Dee helped set up for for some women to get shoes or whatever, and we were literally standing outside, and it had to be like I don't know 80 dudes out there, like pushing.
Thirsty.
And acting ridiculous for a shoe, and like all the women, like we were standing off to the side, just looking at them like they were crazy. Like for like a man to overpower a woman or to get rowdy with a woman at like a store while we're standing in line over a shoe, I think is just absurd. It's just ridiculous. It's a shoe,
Right.
a shoe. Because if you think about like, what if it was your mother or your sister or your niece?
They don't
Somebody
think about
standing out
that.
there, and somebody else
Right.
did that to them. You would be mad. You'd be ready to fight or put a hot one in them. So, like, just be a little bit respectful when it comes to, when the women are out there standing in these lines or camping along with you, to not get so rowdy, not be so rough, and not try to
That's bitchy.
So your
make
mama
them
buying for 50s.
uncomfortable when they're out there trying to buy the shoes. I don't mind the fellas getting the shoes that come in their size. I just have a problem with them with the roughness when it comes to these camp outs with the women that are out
Yeah,
there,
I can
the
agree.
arguing with the women or the fighting with the women over these shoes or getting mad at the stores because they're, given a certain amount of women to get in and get these shoes. Or the ones that that beat the women over the head with I don't
Resale.
typically have a problem copping the women's releases because I'm on the lower end of the sizing. I wear a 6.5, so I don't know many men that will get a 6.5 and fit it. But I know some of the women who have larger feet, like who are ball players, who are tall women, or like where who has a larger foot. Like she always has to compete in that men's world because she has a larger foot, and she always got to get beat over the head because they'll buy it and then sell it back to her for triple the price. So it's just like be a little easy when it comes to or make it a little more comfortable. Like I understand the resale game, the resale market is out there, but let the women get their pairs that want to get them to wear them.
Hmm.
My thing
Yeah.
is showing love to people who don't fit the image
Mhm,
that they're necessarily attracted to, or these
mhm.
half
Right,
naked
Right.
sneaker heads. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Who got
Right,
the
with
latest
underwear on and
GRs?
some
Yeah,
sneakers.
like
Get out of here.
show love to everyone. Some people who are genuine sneakerheads. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
it's I don't want to get too political, but if it's all
Right.
this pro black or protect women at all costs, it need to be everybody included. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like show love. That's all.
yep,
Just show love.
Yeah. I think it's got better because I remember like in the beginning, like before, women started making their own way, like, more recently within the last year or so, it was definitely, you just see like a lot, it was like a lot of like Asian women or, whatever, and like a t-shirt and underwear and sneakers on a bed. And I'm like,
Sitting
what
on
does
a
this have to do?
bathtub or something.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what does this have to do with anything? Like, this is,
Hmm.
this is how women sneakerheads are out here in these streets every day. I think not.
no,
Hmm.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, for me, it's just like Danny was saying, just like the respect. Like I feel like there's been a lot of like respect lost, even as like a people. Like men don't treat women like our grandfathers did, or even our fathers did. It's like look out for them as if they were your sister or your mother or
Yep.
your wife or whatever. And that even goes into the aspect of the online community, like pinning women against each other, starting beef, or even like the men being in female beefs. Like if people are beefing in general, leave that beef between those people. But people want to capitalize and make YouTubes about it. Like, when I was going through the thing with old boy, people were hitting me up, wanting me to be on their show. And I'm like, for what? Like, if I have an issue, I'm going to address it myself and handle it myself. Like, why do I need to come give you ratings because you want to hype it up and, make it worse? And just, calling women out their name and all kinds of crazy stuff, like publicly. Like, it's just crazy that people feel so comfortable to be so disrespectful. Like, especially if you have
Right.
a daughter. Like, you have a daughter, like, what are you teaching your daughter?
Exactly.
Right.
And then what happens if somebody disrespects her that way?
Right.
Exactly. And that's what I
It'll
was saying.
be
I
a
was like, what if
problem.
somebody disrespected your daughter, your mother, your sister? Like, how would you feel? You want to fight.
Hmm.
But you think it's okay to laugh that somebody's doing it to someone who's just a friend? Like, that's not cool.
right.
What about you, Hello?
I agree, but I think I see it in a different manner because males be getting wild in the DMs. And my like, listen, I'm not on Instagram to date nobody in the sneaker community, okay? Like,
Period. She
I'm
said
not
period.
here for you to send me unsolicited pictures that I did not ask for.
Ew.
And like, it's a few people, and it's not males that are huge in the sneaker community. I honestly think most of them are trolls, and they have some type of foot fetish or whatever it is. But like, just don't slide in the DMs and be disrespectful. And even along the lines of the DMs, I have like LeBron supporters in my DMs talking about, why are you wearing LeBrons? Excuse me, honey. Do you sign my paycheck? Do you
Oh no.
Right.
those? No, baby, you don't. And so I hate that when people DM me asking why I wear LeBrons, or you're a girl, you shouldn't be wearing those. Well, did I ask you?
Right.
Like it's a platform, and yes, it's a public platform, and I'm putting this content out for people to view, but just keep your opinions to yourself. But for me, the most important part is all of the males I know and that support the mature kids and what I'm doing is the support matters the most to us.
Yeah.
And if you truly support us, then we appreciate it. And that's where we can start as far as, helping the females out in the community.
Yep.
What you think, Mars?
I already said it. Half
Oh,
naked females. We ain't them. You feel me?
yeah.
Right.
Show love to
Oh,
everybody. Period.
and stop DMing me saying bro. First of all, my name is Caramel Wonder. If you know any dude running around with that name, that's a problem. Second, I got a whole profile picture. My face is there. Stop DMing me saying bro. Who is your bro? That ain't me.
Chill, bro.
Read. Reading is fundamental. Pay attention.
Oh, so you saying they doing it intentionally, not knowing you're a female?
I
I
feel
don't
like
think it's
they are.
that. She feels like that, but I always say it's a thing because I say bro or bruh all the time. So I feel like it's just a thing, like
Mm-hmm.
they just say, like
No,
like
No,
fam, like
Danny
yo,
don't
what up,
feel that.
fam? No, she
no.
doesn't. I mean, but I do think they always assume that somebody is a dude when it comes to sneakers. Like I get that all the time. Like, oh, female customizer. They're like, yo, bro, I saw your customs. They're dope. I was like, cool, but I'm a girl. They're like,
I, I,
oh, my
I
bad,
think
my
it.
bad.
I think it dates back to that old mentality of the men being the ones that are running the sneaker game, and I think that's just they just say bro because they're so used to that.
Yeah.
And I just be like, did you not read my DM? My name is Caramel Wonder.
Hmm.
Like, my face is there. They be like, bro, you got dope kicks, you got a dope collection. Who is bro? It ain't me. Who collection
Or
you
her
talking
tiny
about?
ass feet.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Hey,
like
it's a couple of guys out there that's wearing GS sizes.
Oh, I
There's a
know.
there's a
lot of
few. There's
there's a
a
lot of guys
few
that
because I think J Raw and me and J Raw, he's on Instagram. He has the
Coffee with
same
the
foot
flow.
size as I. Yeah, Coffee with the Four I think is hella size. J Raw is my size. Like we have the exact same size foot. And we compare collections all the time. But just stop calling me bro. Like I ain't your bro. I think that's the biggest pet peeve I have with the dudes on Instagram, and it's mostly like people that probably just follow my page or like somebody shared my picture and now they're seeing my page for the first time. But it's just like read. I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess that I'm a nosy person. I'm reading all your bio info.
Hmm.
hmm
So I know who you
She's
are before I
probably
follow you.
doing a background check on you too. If you,
Right.
That's me. That's so me.
But I
Tell me to
think
get all
it's
your
just
information.
that old mentality of like women in sneakers was like so taboo, and it's now like a normal, like women are trading in their high heels. They tired of their feet hurting, tired of their
Yep.
knees giving out for more comfortable shoes, and it's just like we here. Yes,
not
we
that
got
me.
these sneakers on, and I'm gonna dress it up and I'm gonna dress it down, and I'm gonna make it look fine either way.
Probably is a dude named Caramel Wonder on the gram.
you you might be
Probably a
right, Rob
dressy.
Vicious. You might be right, Rob
Probably
Vicious.
is.
So, guys, if you out
The
here and
drag
you listening, make sure you take some of these gems and that these ladies are saying. They don't want to be disrespected. And don't ever approach a lady in public and say, yo, bruh. Like, that's not cute.
That's
You're not going to get the
weird.
number.
And I'm glad I don't even have that problem. Maybe it's because like I got Mark and Zaire like on my Instagram. I don't really have shoes or anything, so maybe they just know not to do that.
Right.
But and plus two, my name is Tommy, so I feel
No.
like
No.
they just know not to do it. So
There's some guys in the sneaker game that be like, that'll like your picture at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like,
He
bruh.
said,
Oh,
Mark,
said,
that ain't
I
the
see
same
the.
as calling people bro. That's a totally different topic, dude.
He
Right.
said it's worse. He said, no, let's
Look,
get to the real topic.
right.
Mark doing
Right.
light skin sensitive
Mark
right
going
now.
Mark going way left. Right, he is acting real light skinned.
He said,
split
y'all.
the
He said, y'all
argument.
like. He said, y'all like button bed not work at 4 a.m.
Right.
But it's crazy that how the sneaker game has evolved. Because even like my brother's not really into sneakers, but I guess with like some of the people, his coworkers that he worked with, they always talking about sneakers and talking about how they got the flyest collection, they got the
Hmm.
best sneakers. And then like I'll get like a random text from my brother. It'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, send me a picture of your sneaker room. I'm like, for what? He be like, yo, because this dude swear he got better sneakers than anybody I know. So I sent him the picture, and then he be like, yeah, I shut them down real quick. He said they all sitting with their jaws dropped. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I'm just a regular girl who just like shoes. Like I'm not anybody special. I'm just like the next person. I just got a bunch of shoes.
Right.
Right.
Or
Everybody have a hobby, so I mean, everybody hobby look
Right.
a little different. So
Right.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, because people
Yeah.
are like, because I work at a school and I'll wear my shoes every now and then, and they'll be like, "Dang, you got another pair on? How much money do you spend on that?" Like, I spend
Right.
my money
And
and I pay my bills. So
Right.
Right.
And I be looking at them like, you just dropped 10 grand on this Louis purse, but you talking about my $120 shoe?
right,
Right.
exactly.
Mind your business.
That's a common misconception too. Like you think because I have all these shoes that the bills ain't paid, baby.
Right.
Right. My bills is
Right.
paid, and I got a whole savings account, and my son got a whole
Mhm.
savings account,
Right.
Come on now.
and ain't nothing in arrears.
What are some of y'all favorite women's releases to this day, and which ones do you have in your collection? If you got them right next to
Well,
you, you can show them.
I'm gonna go first because I'm an 8.5 in women's, and I'm almost never hit on women's only releases. So all I have is the Lately May 6s, and I bought them resale. So those are my favorite ones. But that's all I have.
I think my favorite ones, and I clowned them so much when I saw them before they released, is gonna be the ones with the mustache on them, with the possum coochie on it.
Oh,
Yeah, those. I clowned them so
Oh,
much.
Zaire don't like that.
He got
Zaire
scared.
He didn't like that.
Somebody
He said
scared him.
he was saying dirty
Oh.
things on here. And I'm
right.
here.
I was like,
I was
she's
like-
not gonna say that word.
He
Yo,
said
when
made
I
possum
saw-
coochie.
When
He
I
said the
first
clean
saw
version.
when I first saw those shoes, I was like, yo, why is there a mustache on the tongue of those shoes? Like, why is that there? Please tell me it's removable. Please tell me it's removable. Please tell me it's removable.
Yep.
Because I just love the color blocking on the shoe.
I
So
took mine off.
they dropped. I didn't hit. But I was able to go back and get them. I got them for resale, but it wasn't much over resale. It was literally like pennies over the retail price. And I love those shoes. Like I wore them so much, like I beat them. Like Word had to clean them for me. But I do not rock them with that mustache on it. I'm not doing that.
Keep calling it a mustache.
The Merkin.
The Merkin. So that's probably my favorite. And then the second runner up is gonna be the blue chills. Like I literally, those are my rain
I'll come
shoes.
get them, Mark.
Rain, sleet, hail, snow on the ground. I will throw on my blue chills.
Yep. I think mine is the
Oh, I
same.
did get that one. Shout out to PJ. I have that pair too, the blue chills. She got those for me.
Yep, I got the
Yeah.
blue chill, and I had the maroon and gold 11s.
Oh
I think
yes.
that was a women's release. Yeah.
Yep.
I got that one. I don't have it anymore. But
Ooh, look at me lying. I got those too.
see, everybody forgot about those. Was that a women's
Well, I
or was
got
that
them
extended
because I work
sizes?
at Champs, so
I can't remember if
I
that
think-
was a women's or if that was just kids and extended sizes.
it was a
That was.
size.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was a women's release. Okay. Or no, it was kids. It was kids because I have a
It was
9Y.
kids just extended, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was
anyway,
kids
still a
extended.
women's release. That was when they wasn't showing us love yet. But that and the blue chill. I think those are the only women's releases that I have, to be honest.
Right. I would say the UNC, the Shy, because that was a woman's release, right?
Yes.
The
It was.
UNC, the Shy, but my number one is going to be the Blue Chills. I mean, if anybody was following me, I deleted my whole. Well, I
Baby.
I deactivated my whole Instagram when I did not hit on the Blue Chills.
Oh, I remember.
I was
It was-
PO'd.
Yeah, I remember that too.
She was mad at me like I did something. Like I went into the Nike sneakers app and said, "Don't let her get these."
Well, that's because you got them, right? Or
Right.
I did hit on those.
She hit on them because it was back. It was first. It was the UNC off whites that I told her about after I already entered for them, and she got
still
them and I
got 'em.
didn't. Yeah. So then it was the blue. I was like, yo, every UNC they will not let me get it. So these blue chills, I told my homie Chris, I was like, hey, are you gonna try to get them, whatever. So because he doesn't usually go for a lot of shoes, and he was like, oh no, yeah. I could have sworn he said he's going for them. So then, next thing I know, I didn't hit, and then someone I know said that my friend Chris, hit for them, and I'm like, what? I was like, what do you mean he hit for you? So I hit him up. I was like, bro, didn't you tell me you wanted these? He was like, nah, I didn't want them. He's like, I just entered it, and I hit for this other person. And I'm like, what? So after that, I was livid. I deactivated for like a day or two. I
It
was
was a domino.
Did you end up grabbing them?
Yeah. She was mad. She was mad. She was mad at me. She was mad at everybody on Instagram who kept posting them. She was mad. She had an attitude with everybody. She was
I
in there
remember that.
I
like a
remember.
whole toddler, throwing phones, mad, so.
No, I do the phone to UNC off white.
And let me tell you, that man, Chris, and you know that shoe was going for the high in her size. He grabbed that shoe off of StockX that same day while the price was sky high and got them for her. And he
Aw.
came here and brought them shoes to her, and she was in here looking like an ass face, okay?
Oh, so that's what the AirPod was revenge for that, wasn't it?
That's love.
That is
mine
love.
That was
same
super love.
jealous.
I super appreciate it. Well, I had the worst luck with UNC shoes, so I always just I have my moment of being mad. But I think I've gotten better now as far as tantrums go. Like I didn't hit on the women's UNC lows. I didn't get mad. I didn't hit on the UNC dunk lows. I didn't get mad. I got them though.
But you always end up grabbing them, right? You always acquire them,
Yeah.
even if it's after the fact.
I mean,
Yep.
if you want it, you're gonna go get it. If I gotta pay extra, if it's something I want, I'll sell
Right.
some other stuff.
It's still always nice to
it's the
pay
nature of the game.
retail, though.
Yeah. It's always love to pay retail, but if you can't, like, if you really want it, you're gonna get it. It's just,
Right.
it's gonna suck to
Right.
get it the way you have to.
Right.
But I mean, we all sneaker hoarders. We always got something to trade or cash in on
Yeah.
Yep.
to go get that
Yeah.
shoe we really want.
I mean, what's some of yours?
I think mine are the Atlanta Mix sixes too, and I mean, cause it was my first women's shoe that Mark had got me, and then like, cause that sneaker con is when I wore them, and I brought them, and I was like, I don't want to wear them. Mark just took my sole protector off. I was like,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
gonna just not wear them. And then Miss Jones Kick was like, girl, you better wear them. So I wore them. And then I seen her, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" So
It was
so
fake.
I think
Look at
that was
that.
like, so that's my favorite shoe.
She skipped the whole line too. I was like, no,
No,
skip that line. Go up there and get her autograph.
because we seen her, and like the line maybe had like 10 people in it, and then Mark was like, "Tommy, just go next," and the dude was like, "No, there's a line," and I was like,
Dude was
"You
like,
can't
"Hey,
just push
get
me
away."
in front of all these people."
So you really just walked up front?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I got pushed up front, but yeah.
Oh my God, Mark, you was getting ready to get her beat up.
Yup.
Dude was like, "Hey, the line back there, bro." I was like, "I ain't even no line,
But there was
bro."
only like 10 people in line, so.
Mm.
But then afterwards, that line was wrapped around, so we got in at like the perfect time.
Ashley
I
said,
don't
"What's
have
the
anyone
most you
in
spent on
releases.
a pair?"
The most I spent on a pair, cousin, was the Gym Red 14s. I paid $350 for them, and that's because I'm a unicorn size of 7.5 in men's, and somebody just so happened to have them, so I bought them for that price. I haven't worn them yet, but I don't regret it either.
Look at word, word like,
Oh no,
fuck.
you'd be surprised. Like you would think. Like I've been fortunate enough that most of my expensive pair have come as gifts.
Look at Danny. Right. Watch out.
Have come as
They
gifts
took
from
her
Danny.
whole headphone out so she can listen.
Yeah, they've come as gifts from Danny. But I think the most I spent myself was on the Levi 4s. I got them
Yeah.
for a steal. I got them for like $390 way in the beginning.
Yeah, they
So-
send that like 1,000 now, right?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
so lucky. So yeah, I got those at $390, and I got the shattered backboard ones. Oh wait, no, you got those for me too. Sheesh.
Yes.
That's
Like,
why
don't
I feel
forget,
Mark
nigga.
Dang, must be
Anybody
nice.
else expensive shoes.
Must
Right,
be
yeah,
nice.
so
She
yeah, about
like-
$390.
She looked at word like, nigga.
I think the most I spent on a shoe was $6. It was the Serena off-white
Oh my God.
Blazers. Yes, I bought them before the price shot skyrocketed. So it was like I didn't hit on them, and then I seen them sitting at $6, and I grabbed them. And right after I got them shoes, I think they had shot up to like 11 or something like that. I don't know what they are now, but that was the most that I paid was Was this shoe right here?
Whoa.
Most
But
I
I did.
paid was. Oh, go ahead.
I think I probably sold something, so it offset the price a little bit.
Always does. Most I paid was I think we talked about this, the foam, the Paranorman foam. Um
What was it? How much you pay?
I I want to say 450, but I feel like it might have been more than that. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't have them anymore. So
Tell me what was yours.
Well, Mark pretty much buys all my shoes, so honestly, probably
So,
like
Mark,
$100.
what did you
Like, I'm
pay?
not even trying to be funny.
I got her a Lily Mays for like dirt cheap, but like looking
You
at it
got them for
now,
$80.
I traded a size 3.5 turbo green Retro One and $80 for her Lily Mays.
Oh
oh, that's a
wow,
Good.
steal.
But
And
they
you
were
probably
going for
got
like
the
300. I
and you
mean,
probably
maybe
got
less
the
than
three and a
that.
half on Dizzy, didn't you? Yep, I knew it. Definitely got a
hmm
steal.
I did. I came up. I ain't even gonna lie. The most I
Maybe the
paid.
most that you spent on me though, Mark, was the shoes
Don't,
Danny was talking about.
which
Um,
one?
the
The
with the
mustache.
mustache.
yeah.
Yep, with the
You
mustache.
because remember you showed me, you was like, don't ask nothing else, and it was almost like 300. So
Wait, why she
That
had to do
sounds
that
just like
voice
him
though?
too.
Don't ask nothing
Yep.
else.
that's
Mine
what he
would
said.
be. I don't typically like pay cash. Like for my shoes, I typically trade, and I'll add like 3 pairs of shoes and be like bet. So I mean, like these, if you had to say, I paid like maybe 600 to 700 like trade value, and this is
Okay.
before they shot up. My Travis Scott ones, I probably paid like 800 or 900 bucks, like trade value though. So I've had a bunch of
Right.
stuff like dead stock from Foot Locker that I got on discount. So I mean, I probably paid like 300 bucks for all that stuff, and I was like, boom, just take it. I know you want dead stock stuff, you want cash, you want a StockX payout, just go ahead and do it.
Right, right.
Right. Wow.
All right, we're gonna move into some of some business questions. This for Miss Gotham, right? As Mark calls you, Miss
Hmm.
Gotham. So what got you into the t-shirts first, and then your tie-dye, your most recent endeavor? Well, it's recent to us. You may have been doing it already, but what got you
Um.
into that?
Well, I think me and Word were doing t-shirts for a minute. Um, as far as uh t-shirts with logos, t-shirts with design on it, it's always been something that we dabbled in. I've started out bleach, so like reverse tie dyeing shirts. We were doing the like the black shirts, and I would bleach them. The purple shirts, and I would bleach them, and we would put like designs on it. I think the purple shirts, I was doing like we were doing like Prince designs or something on there, or the Prince logo, because everybody loves Prince and purple. And I think the bleach shirts we were doing, stuff like putting
With Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest and stuff like that. So that was maybe like back in what 2013 we were doing that. So we kind of left that
Right.
alone for a while because we just shot away from it because it wasn't like a big thing. We were
Right.
making shirts, but then it's kind of just died off. I always had like a little business hustle on the side. I would make beaded bracelets. I still do make the bracelets. I just don't push them like I used to. I probably should get back into that. Um, and then so I started doing tie dyeing shirts. So this was before the quarantine. I played around with tie dyeing some shirts, played around with some designs, trying to figure out certain things to do. And then during quarantine, I was like, Word kept saying, "Why don't you do socks?" You kept pushing me, "Why don't you do socks? Why don't you do socks?" So I decided to do some socks for myself, and I posted them on Instagram, and people was like, "Yo, those are dope. Those are dope." So I got like a little buzz behind it. I left it alone for a bit because I worked like this really awkward schedule at work. I was working like 2 to 10, 3 to 11. Like you got to go to work in the middle of the day. You there till late at night when everybody else is asleep. You
Mhm.
just getting off work. So I didn't push it like I should have. And then during quarantine, we at home, our hours changed. So I was like, all right, so let me pick this back up. I started tie dyeing the socks. I was posting in my stories, and people started DMing me, and I was taking orders that way, sending them invoices. People was paying for them. And then the more and more people started DMing me, I was like, all right, I can't keep up with these DMs. I was like, I gotta get a site. I gotta take some pictures, throw them up, and then just started directing people towards the site. I think Tyron was probably one of the first people that DM'd me once I posted them on my stories. He's like, yo, because you know Tyron loves color. He was like, yo, I need that, I
And
need
socks.
that, I need that. Yeah. So I took a screenshot. Of everything that I had made because I had made a bunch of socks. So I only put a certain amount in the stories. And he was like, I need those, and those. And then other people started DMing me from there. Created a website, and it kind of just picked up. So I started buying more dye colors to create more colors and put more combinations together. And like every day, I just wake up to like some orders. People are still constantly ordering from me, so I guess people are still really digging them. I try
Right.
to add new colors to keep the page a little fresh. Things that the colors that aren't as popular, I kind of took them down off the site because they weren't selling as well. But I still have the colors that people want me to make those. I just use the dye to make other things, and it's just been good. The shirts, people haven't really been picking up on those, but I still been working on those in the background, testing out new designs to put up on the site. So I'll probably be throwing up some more designs um in the near future of things that I've been working on. But right now it seems to be the stocks are the bread and butter of
Let's talk
what
about
people have
this
been gravitating
packaging though.
towards.
Let's talk
Right.
about this packaging though.
So
You're welcome.
the packaging, when I first got onto the socks, I was like, yo, I need something to throw these in because I'm not gonna leave them in the Nike packaging because yeah, they're Nike socks, but I'll put my own stank on them, so I want to make
Right.
it mine. So I found some generic sock packaging. It was like some cellophane. Word made me a nice little tie-dye sticker with my name on it, and I put that on there. So I was like, yo, like I need to make this something that pops better.
Yo,
Right.
this took it over
Something,
the edge though.
yeah, to make it set apart from the other people who were doing tie dye socks. I wanted my socks to be different because I didn't want any confusion with them.
That's hard.
I ain't even
So
taken them out the package yet. This is my first time.
Hey, word. I mean, Hella, show that again real quick.
oh
Oh, they
dog.
Oh,
were
the
like
Lakers.
colors.
Yeah. I kept pushing it. I was like,
Hey,
Oh
yo,
yeah.
when the media days came out, I was like, yo, you got to do a split Lakers ASAP.
that joint's hard. Those Laker ones are hard.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to
I was
send them
like,
back to you to fold them back in here because now I don't know how to do it.
Third.
I was like, I gotta figure out a dope packaging. So Hella, she went on Amazon and she started, just searching cool packaging ideas. And I was looking at the links and I was like, oh, this would be dope. So I sent her back. I was like, what about this one? And she was like, oh wait, no, try this colorway. And she picked that cellophane different color unicorn type look to it.
This that
I was,
pack, the pack in right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Danny.
I was like, this would be dope. And then word was like, yo, we need a dope label to put on the back with your information. So she came up with the idea of using, like
Edibles.
yeah.
I was gonna say, it made me look hungry. Like I want dessert after looking at that packaging.
So
Like,
then everybody loved. I think I debuted the packaging on my show, and everybody loved it. So the next day, I woke up to mad orders on my site. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm about to go crazy with this sock thing." People were ordering like multiple pairs of socks at a time. I think Miss DMV Soul had ordered like I don't know 17
16, I
socks
think.
in one
Yeah,
order.
17.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Simply Butter, she ordered 10 pairs of socks I think on her first order and 8 pairs of socks on the second order. There's been, I've had repeat orders, but as people have been getting them and posting them and sharing them, other people have been interested in them. I think just by the packaging alone, they're so amazed by the packaging. I even posted my packaging in like this Facebook group I'm in, and I woke up to mad orders because people just like the packaging. So I was like, I'm hoping they like the stocks as well.
Right.
Right.
It seems like
So
people are interested in the packaging. I think Hella posted in her story, and somebody was like, "Yo, she pushing. What kind of weight she pushing in the
Right.
packs over there?"
Those
And,
Bay Area people,
she got
they
a
were
rock
like,
in there.
Right.
You
so
know.
I
I was
did.
trying,
Right.
I was trying to get her to rename the socks to like, weed names. So I was like, yo, you should rename the socks.
yeah, I think I gave her like 15 different names
Right.
for each color, and she
Yeah.
hasn't caught on yet. But maybe.
Called the
Oh,
Dodie.
That's
so
funny.
and I'm gonna just, as long as people keep loving it, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna continue to work on the shirts in the back. The shirts take a little more time to make and and do, because it's a lot more folding involved. It's a lot more letting it sit and set to make sure that the colors set properly. But hopefully those orders will pick up as well, and I'm a get on myself and push my bracelets back out there, because I got so many. I got like a tub of bracelets that I've already made from when I first started doing the bracelet thing, that I'm gonna need to take pictures of and put back on the site. But I have some other designs that I want to work on as well, because I have so much material as far as like beading and things like that.
I was
So
gonna
just
say that was one
keep
of
on the
our
lookout.
questions.
I
That was
told
literally the
you.
next
I was like, I
question.
know she does jewelry too.
Literally the next. That was literally the next question about
Yeah,
your
I
jewelry.
do.
I saw earrings too. You got sneaker
Yes,
box earrings?
I do have sneaker box earrings. It was because I got uh the Simply Bees tote with the sneaker box on it. Facts, Rock Vicious. I got this Simply Bees sneaker tote, and it got like the stacked boxes on it. I was like, yo, I love earrings. Word knows that she yells at me all the time because I buy earrings probably just as much as I buy shoes. Um, but earrings are cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying diamonds because
Okay.
I'm terrible with keeping up with real jewelry. So I buy like a lot of costume jewelry. Um, and I won't feel bad if I lose it. I just go buy another pack for like $5. But
Right.
um, so I was like, let me make some earrings to match with my tote. So we're mocked up the design, and she sent it over to her friend. The earrings originally were wooden, so I do still have the wooden ones where like I was hand painting the boxes,
Oh
Wow.
wow.
and it was very time consuming. So then Word started painting them for me. She would airbrush it because she can do the
Okay,
airbrushing in just
word.
a couple of strokes.
Right.
So I still have a
Slave
lot
labor.
of the wooden ones. I just haven't put the wooden ones on the site. And then I found like this company that did the acrylic. So I sent
Mm.
over the image and I bought the acrylic ones. And then I put the hooks and the jump rings and everything on it. And people have been buying those as well. So those are on the site. I have other earrings that I used to make. This is when I was just in my straight up earrings and bracelet making phase. I just haven't uploaded those to the site. So eventually I'll get around to it. I just have so much stuff, and I feel like there's not enough hours in the day to get everything done.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
then I just want to say this is that myself and Word are constantly pushing Danny. Like, I think the
Yeah.
other night I was like, Danny, I want you to tie dye me a sheet. And she
Yeah.
was like,
So
I
Hella's
can do
sending me a
that.
sheet.
And she has socks, and I told her, do whatever you need to do with the socks. I don't
Yeah.
care. I think I sent her like 2 packs of socks.
Yep.
But also with what Word does is, Word's constantly working on shoes when we're on FaceTime. And, she'll ask us, does this look right? And she's been doing a lot of Chicago
Yeah.
customs. And so I think for like 2 hours, she was trying to figure out the perfect color. And she kept
Word from
showing me, she
Chicago.
was like, Hella, does this look right? And I'm like, you know what? You need to put a little bit of purple in there, right?
Yep.
And she was like, purple. But once she mixed it together and she saw it, it was like perfect. But
Yep.
what I
The color
love
was spot
about the
on.
mature kids is we're constantly pushing each other to do better with the things that we're doing in life. And
Yep.
if you have friends who do that for you, listen, those friends are gems. So
Yeah.
keep
That.
them around.
Yep.
Facts.
Message.
So Danny,
Yep.
where can we buy your where can we buy your products? How can we support you?
I have a website. The link is in my bio, but my website is www.bydannynicole.com. Just type that out, and my website will pop up, and then you'll see the different categories. You can shop T-shirts, you can shop bracelets. I don't think there are that many. It's probably only 3 designs for the bracelets up there, but there's like a ton of different sock colorways. There's a couple of tie-dye T-shirt designs that are up there. Those are ones that I've made, and I've sold multiples of those, and people have those out there. But there's some new stuff that I'm working on, and that'll be going up on the site as well. So you can click the link in my bio. You can DM me. I'll send you the link, or you can just go to the web address and type it in.
Speaking
And
of
it,
what's
and it
next,
comes pretty fast too. COVID is not stopping it. So
Nope.
the pack is still moving.
Uh,
Okay.
I'll be working around the clock. The website does set for stocks for processing. It takes about 5 to 7 business days. That's just like a buffer I give myself. A lot of times they ship before then.
Yeah, they
I
did.
say 5 to 7 business days because everybody right now is tie dyeing. So sometimes my stock will get low and I have to wait for a new shipment of stocks to come in. So that's why I say the 5 to 7 business days. On top of me having a regular 8 hour a day job, and I do take classes, so I'm taking college courses and just my everyday life. So I try to give
Hey,
myself
shout out to
a,
you.
a
Right.
buffer
Yeah,
to not.
I
But
struggle
I like
myself.
when the orders do come in, I get so excited that I want everybody to have their stocks so fast. Like word be yelling at me sometimes.
It'll
It'll
be
be
four in
like
the morning. She'll be like, I got
4 in
tired
the
of
morning.
stuff. I
Yeah, I
got
be
tired
tie
of
dyeing
stuff.
socks 4 o'clock in the morning, and I have to get up and be ready for work at 8:30 in the morning.
Like, you don't take
Yeah.
long ass to bed.
Not to mention, she's a mother of a
Yep.
teenager.
Right. Hey, the
Shout out to
grind don't
you.
stop, yo. The grind don't stop.
Nope.
Speaking of, you already hinted on it. You said you're working on some other things. Is there anything that you could throw out there yet, or you want to keep it locked in the chamber where you don't want to release it just yet?
As far as stuff that I've been working on.
Yep. What's
Yeah.
next?
Well, I did put up some new stock colorways on the site. I think another 3 pack I put up there, and a couple of
Whoa.
new colors that I added to the site. I am working on some shirts. The shirts are actually drying right now, so you can't see them. They're still wrapped up, wet with the dye on them drying. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably be posting it in my story on Caramel Wonder and on by Danny Nicole, and then I'll post it on my website as well. But
Are
and
you
then
gonna
on Caramel Wonder, you'll have the swipe up where you can just go directly to the site.
Are you gonna stick to Nike socks, or are you gonna do something else?
No, I have been getting requests for other socks. Some people want some Adidas socks, and some people want just regular socks because not everybody is Nike. I have been looking for Adidas socks. It's like when I say it's hard out here trying to find socks because everybody is tie dyeing. It's hard. Like I'm thankful that I'm still able to get the Nike socks at a consistent rate.
Hmm.
Typically when I
Yeah,
do
because it's
find them
scarce.
back in stock,
Yeah.
yeah, when I do get them in stock when I see the stores have them in stock. So right now I've been, working with whoever has them. I can find them in stock to order them, and I've been ordering large amounts of them. That way I don't run out. The Adidas ones I've been trying to find them is just so hard. Like everybody is tie dyeing, and
Hmm.
the quickest they get them in stock, people buy them.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Hella did send me some regular socks to tie dye on some regular, I think, ankle socks and some long crew socks. So I'll
Hmm.
be dying on those
That's my kind of
to
sock.
send them to her. To
Yeah,
send them to
we got the
her.
regular joints.
So she'll probably show you guys when she get them. And then also it's work trying to find the right sock that holds the color.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
all the socks aren't the same. There are two different types of Nike Dry Fit socks. There's a Nike Dry Fit regular and there's a Nike Dry Fit Plus. And the Plus tends to hold the color or take the color better than just the regular Nike Dry Fit sock. So it's all like trial and error. There's there's times that I bought socks and tie dyed them and I'm like, yo, this looks like crap and have to throw the sock out.
Yeah, she threw away a whole
Hmm.
pack. That's one thing
Oh
I
man.
credit her. I credit her with. She's very like she won't send you like just how some people just send you just anything like oh well whatever F it. Like nah, she'll
Right.
throw out some socks or
Right.
redo a whole thing for free before she sends somebody something that's not the quality that she would
Yeah,
want for herself.
because I want it to look good. I mean, I know tie dye is kind of sporadic. It's just how the dye flows or how it spreads in the sock. But sometimes if it don't look right, I'm like, oh no, I'm not sending that. I'll do the whole sock
Right.
over.
That's that
Right.
quality control.
Yep.
Shout out to Danny for buying organic Nike socks for everybody supplying them. Uh, how does it make you feel to see the amount of support that you received though?
I was shocked. I was like wow, people really are rocking with me. Because I feel like 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 I have like 10,000 followers, but it took me a long time to get there. I've been on Instagram since
Damn.
2012, and I just finally got to 10K followers. And I'm like, do this many people really rock with me? Like, do this many people really like want to see what I have to put out there? So
Right.
I'm always shy to like when it comes to. I mean, I'm shy but not shy. I'm shy to when I'm creating something to put it out there because like real talk, like if I put something out and nobody likes it, like my feelings do get hurt. Like you guys probably don't see it like word or hear it. I'm like, oh man, nobody likes my stuff. Nobody likes my stuff. She's always pushing me like, yo, just put it out there.
Yeah,
Just
'cause
put
they
it out
seeing it.
there. Just
Definitely, they
promote
seeing
it.
it.
And people are gonna rock with you. People are gonna buy it. Like the heart with the shirt on it. The first shirt I had was the white one, and I had that shirt for a while, and like nobody bought the shirt, and I was upset. Like I was frustrated. Like I created this shirt, and like nobody likes it, and I see like other basic T-shirts that people jump on to purchase, and I'm like, well, why doesn't nobody like my shirt?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then I don't know. I think I don't even know where. Like I must have been on a show or something, or being interviewed with somebody, and I mentioned it. And then the next day, I woke up and like I had like uh 8 orders for my shirt. I was like, well, where did this come from? Like I've had these shirts forever, and
Right.
nobody bought a shirt. Like I think Hella and Jody were the first 2 people, and Shell,
Yeah.
the first 3 people to buy a shirt. And then people started asking about the like a gray one because not everybody likes white t-shirts because they get dirty so easily. So then I was like, okay, so let me make a gray shirt, and then that's when I made the gray shirt, and people started buying that. There's a couple of other shirt designs that I have on there. I think there's an equality one on there. I think I had a couple of people purchase that one, and then I think I had a in Kicks We Trust had that one in different colorways. I think purple, blue, red, and black. I've had a couple of orders for those. And it's just it's like I'm amazed that this many people really are interested in what I have to say when it comes to putting my art out there in the world. Because Word is a customizer, and people love shoes, and people like to have different shoes. And I'm just Danny. I'm just Tech Bay. Like I rant and rave on my Instagram stories every day. So I'm like, nobody's gonna look at me for like a creator or anything like that. Um, and the fact that people are showing me love is like it's kind of invigorating. I'm like, yo, I like this feeling. Like people really do rock with me. So I'm gonna just keep pushing the content as much as I can. I know sock season will probably be over soon because we'll go back to winter, but I'm gonna still keep creating socks and still be putting stuff out there, t-shirts. Probably gonna be looking into hoodie
Hoodie
season,
season.
so be on the lookout for some tie-dye hoodies coming your way.
Long
Um,
sleeve
Hey.
tees.
Yes, and
um,
I need something to go with these citrus 11s. I need this orange right here.
so
Hey, get
I'm,
some
I'm
tube socks for the wintertime.
Right. And tuck
People
your
ain't
pants
really
in the
showing
tube
their
sock.
socks though in the wintertime. In the wintertime, your socks is tucked. Nobody's showing them.
Man,
Get
you
them.
gotta tuck
Everybody
your
buying them.
pants. Start something new. Tuck your pants in the sock.
Right.
Right.
Exciting trend.
But I'm gonna make sure I got everybody every season. We're gonna follow these seasons. So we
There
got
we
hoodie
go.
season coming. We making long sleeve tees and hoodies.
Man,
Okay.
you
There
need
we
to
Let's
do
go
go.
with that.
I'm
do some
trying to do,
beanies.
right. Oh, beanies.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm,
hard.
I'm trying to
That
get
would
her to
be.
do some Supreme draws.
yeah,
Oh
she's been
yeah.
pushing me to tie
I'm
dye these
like, yo, these
underwear.
hype
I'm
beats.
like,
I'm like, these hype beats will buy these Supreme
Yes, they
draws if you
will.
tie dye them.
Yeah, they will.
Sleeping.
I send you over some Hanes Whitey tidies if you tie dye them.
No. No.
no, we're not doing that.
Please don't.
Tommy, get him. Get him.
Hey, we're gonna put that return to sender.
Right.
Right.
It ain't even
Like,
gonna come in the house.
we
I'm
will
gonna
I'm gonna
not
send
tie
you
allow
dye
this
some.
a
in here.
Dallas star right on the booty and send it back to you.
She
Nope.
just
I'm gonna
gonna
send
see
you
Mark's
some.
name and be like, nope.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna send you some of the baby's diapers and be like, yeah, I need these tie dye. Moving
All right,
on.
we gonna
Make
move
sure
on to
y'all
Word.
support Danny.
Yep.
Make sure you support her. She's super dope, and I'm glad that you have people that push you in your corner and that you do not stop. That's one
The
major
best.
thing that I learned
Thank
about
you.
business is do not stop.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
About time.
Yeah, because people
Moving
definitely
on to,
watching regardless.
yep. Moving on to Word. So I know you get this question a lot. I know you probably could just record it and just just press play. So tell everybody who do that don't know who Word Customs is, how you got into customizing.
Basically just practicing, or I basically just came from obviously a love of sneakers. Being a fan of. I always tell people the first person that I ever saw customizing was Mosh Customs. I used to go to the Funkflex car shows, and he would be there. They would have a sneaker portion of the car show, and always Fat Joe would be there with his collection. And then, I would see Mosh there because he was like customizing for like Rasheed Wallace and doing stuff on Air Force Ones and stuff like that. So, I just thought it was something cool. People were putting art on shoes, not knowing if it was gonna last or, whatever the case may be. So, I think it came around when the black cement threes they came out. I wore them like to death, and the midsole. Anybody who has threes and fours, they know that midsole starts cracking, and that paint starts peeling. So, I think that was around the time when YouTube started getting popular, and I was seeing people, doing restorations and cleanings and stuff like that. So, I got the idea, found out about Angela's paint, and I ordered some paint, and I was like, oh, let me try a midsole repaint. So I ended up repainting my threes, and they came out pretty clean. They lasted for a good while, and I was like, oh, okay, this is something I might be into. So from there, I started doing characters on like Converse and playing around with Vans and stuff that was canvas because it's the same as painting on like a canvas painting, just painting on a canvas shoe. So I did that for a while for like close friends and family. Then I tried to move into actually doing Jordans because I was also paranoid. I didn't want to mess up a shoe. So fortunate, Danny is Team Little Feet. That was back when you could probably find her shoe size for like $50 or something if it's a used shoe. So she would let me paint on some of her shoes because if I messed it up, I could always get her shoe and replace it as opposed to mine might be like 200, 250.
Right.
So I think the first shoe I painted of hers was the 10s?
Powder blue tins.
Yeah, the powder blue 10s. I had saw a custom where somebody painted them red to make like a Spider-Man theme. So, I did that, and, I'm not gonna lie, it looked good at first, but, like, that paint was so, like, clumpy. Like, after she wore it a couple times, it cracked terribly, and I was just like, oh, man, this is a bad look. So, I started doing, a few other shoes. I think I did, what was the next shoe I did? Oh, so, around the first time when we met Jody, like she said at the sneaker show, I don't know how I got, the nerve, but I did her, she had a pair of the Concord 11 lows. Yep. And she already had the highs, so she was just like, do something to these, like, because the white was a little dirty up top and everything like that. So I was like, you know what? So I cleaned them up, and then I got the idea her favorite color is green, so I painted the whole patent leather part green, like after watching tons and tons of videos and being worried. So I painted them, and I was worried. I was like, man, she's gonna like bend over and they're gonna crack and this is gonna be terrible. But we went to the sneaker show and she got asked to take photos for the show. So she was walking around the whole show taking photos, like on
Crawling
the
over the
floor,
floor.
crawling, bending down, all this. The shoes were like perfect, top notch.
First, like,
And,
wow.
yeah, like Jody, when we met Jody for the first time, she saw them and she was like, wait, she's like, you painted those? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, yo, that's amazing. Like, and then here it is, years later, they released the Easter 11 lows, which is basically an exact replica of what I did like 5 years ago. So, it just started going, from there. Like once, stuff started getting out that I did for her, people would like, try, getting shoes done with me. And like from there, just kept building up from like a word of mouth situation.
What is your most hype custom? And then what is your most slept on custom?
The most hype custom is going to be the LA to Chicago. Of course. I mean, I didn't
those
expect,
on my Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't expect those to blow up the way it did. Like immediately when I heard I started off collecting like SBs. So when I found out they were doing the dunk of the one and then it was LA and like I'm a big LeBron fan. So I was like, it was perfect. It was coming out. LeBron just went to the Lakers. I'm like, it's going to be fresh. And I was like, oh, okay, it rubs off into Chicago. I'm like, bam, they're always comparing them. I was like, it's going to be a Jordan to LeBron type of theme. So, when I got them, I didn't originally know what I was going to do, but I was just like playing with ideas. Like, all right, let me do all of LeBron's accolades and all of Jordan's and everything like that. And, I got the whole idea. I pieced it together in the same number. So, I put 2 on one shoe and the 3 on the other shoe and just, put their logos and, a bunch of stuff on there. And like it came out like so clean, it's so good. And I posted it, and I feel like a week later, all of a sudden I'm getting messages from people like my cousin. She's she sews and she does she does some stuff for celebrities, but she also does stuff for a lot of regular clients like prom dresses, stuff like that. And she was like she also works at Apple Store, so she was like, yeah, she's like, my coworker showed me this shoe. She's like, isn't this your shoe? And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, where do you see it on my page? She's like, no, on Complex. I was like, Complex?
Right.
I remember that.
I was like, I didn't sign up for that. I was like, wait, Complex where? So she sent me the link, and I see this link, and it's my shoe the video of my shoe and there's like 15,000 views, and I'm just like, yo. So then I just started getting all these like, yo, is this your shoe? Is this your shoe? This is crazy. This is crazy. So fast forward, it was like a couple months later, I went to Texas, Dallas SneakerCon, and I had the shoes on, and I'm like walking through SneakerCon, and like, Danny's laughing because we can't go 2 feet. Because they're just like, yo, aren't those the? I'm like, yes, those are the shoes from Complex. They are the shoes from Complex. So I was like, yes, I did them. I'm like, and I was like, yo, this is how this is to be a celebrity. I was like, it's cool, but I was like, I don't like it. I just want to get from point A to point B without having to take a picture or whatever. So once I did my pair, of course, the people wanted the Kobe and the Jordan. So I did. I've probably done about 15 pair in general. Yep. The best was going to DC Con, and
this was the first one, though, right?
Yeah, that's the first. So that's my pair. That's the original pair with the two.
Didn't you stay up like all night before SneakerCon to finish these?
No. Did I?
You might have.
Oh, no, I think it was DC. You were finishing it for someone who was getting a pair, I think.
Yeah. But and I stayed up the night before doing my NY to Paris. But yeah, so DC kind of had 3 pair I did for 3 different guys, all from out of town. Like 1 guy from Virginia and 2 guys from Connecticut, and they came all the way to DC just to meet me in person.
Oh, I'm gonna find it.
We took we took a picture together. So those are 2 of the guys. You see the dog Nico right there. But yeah, we took the picture with all 4 of us lined up, and it was a pretty amazing shot. But it was just so cool, basically, because all of them were telling me how their day was going, just being stopped by everybody as they were walking through the show. So that's definitely the cut. Like, and it was so simple because there's no paint involved. It's just rubbing paint away.
Right.
So for it to blow up, like it was more simple than it looks. Like, I mean, it's detailed, trying to make sure the wrong paint doesn't come off. But, to not have to paint and only use Q-tips, it's pretty much a simple custom. So for that one to blow up, it's crazy. Whereas there's, ones I probably spent days on, and it's just like, oh, okay. Thumbs up.
Material.
Like 50 likes. Like, whatever. Like, so that was definitely a surprise.
What do you think your most slept on one was? One that you think that just should have just shot up through the roof.
Right.
She's always making comments about how people like her most basic customs, but the ones she's like so excited about, people are just like, meh.
Right. Yep. You know what? So my Lance Mountain Lows, the ones with the tearaway canvas, I did my pair. I'm a big UNC fan, but for me, I love UNC. I love Dallas, but I respect sports. So, as much as I rival with, all the NFC East teams or whatever, I'll give them credit. Like, when Philly, I hate Philly, but when they won the Super Bowl, they deserved it. So, I'll always go for sports. So for me, one of the best rivalries in sports is UNC and Duke. Like every year back and forth, like I'm a UNC fan, my brother's a Duke fan. So growing up, we've always gone at it, who's going to be the best one this year. So I did the shoe because the shoe was, one Royal and one UNC. I did it, UNC versus Duke, and like, cutting out the fabric and all the intricate things that I put into that. It was a very hard custom and a very dope custom, and the nostalgia behind the custom. And so many people were mad. They were like, how dare you put UNC and Duke together? Like,
they were.
Like, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, sorry.
Do you have it still with you?
Huh?
You have it still with you?
The shoe with me?
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere in there where Danny is in the sneaker room. Oh no, you know what? I might take them upstairs. I think I took them upstairs.
I feel like I've seen that one on Instagram.
Yeah, it is. They're definitely on Instagram. I took the one. I think I took it with a picture with one shoe on and one shoe in my hand.
Yep.
But yeah, that one is super slept on, and I don't think of anything else. Another one that went crazy that was so simple that I never want to do again. The LV red suede. So the red suede Jordan 1s. That was probably my first custom to blow up where I got mass orders. So, the all red pair of Jordan 1s came out, red sole, red suede upper. They had the blue pair and the gray pair.
Yeah.
And someone hit me up wanting to do something with because in the Supreme Louis V collab came out with the red and white. So they were like, yo, can we turn this into like a Supreme Louis V thing? So I was like, all right, cool. So I thought about playing with the color blocking. I was like, all right, let's put it on the toe, put it here. So I did his one pair and I posted it. And next thing I know, I'm getting inbox after inbox. So PR Sneaks, who, he's out here running with DJ Khaled at DJ Khaled's son's birthday party and stuff. He orders a pair for me and posts it. And after that, it was just a wrap, like a flood. And I was so tired
of doing that custom.
Like, picking the stencils because all those little pieces are stencils of vinyl that I gotta pick out. So I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do. I shut it down. Like basically, I'm not doing another pair. Like after I think I did 12 pair, and I was like, that's it.
My favorite pair from you. My favorite pair that I saw you do was when it was one of those 2:00 in the morning lives, and Danny pulled out those Vans, the off-white Vans.
Oh,
those joints were so dope. I kept telling Tommy, I'm like, look, these are so dope. But she was like, what are you talking about? I got like 4 screenshots.
Those names? They should be in front of you. The SpongeBob's. That's one of my personal favorites. They should be in front of you, like on one of the boxes. My pair or your pair's up there. But yeah, the SpongeBob, like just trying to come up with something for it to not be so plain. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me do a SpongeBob toe type feel because I didn't get any of the SpongeBob. Yeah, I didn't get any of the SpongeBob Vans, so I was kind of tight about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll make my own SpongeBob Van.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you wore those the first time I met you. And
yeah.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Oh,
I remember those.
And then I put the little Nickelodeon John on the back.
Wait till y'all see the off-white joints. Those ones was hard.
She had did those a while ago for me.
Oh yeah, those are tough. I don't think I saw that one.
I remember them.
That was a 2 a.m.
Yep,
exclusive.
I'm pretty sure you showed me them screenshots.
Yeah, because I think you wore them to a show. It's always like I always come up with my best ideas like the night before a show, and then I'm like, I got to get it done for the show.
Scrambling to get it done.
Right, because I did a pair for AJ Tie 87 kicks, and I did his pair. I think I worked on his pair 2 days, so the day before, and then all night the day before, actually going to DC. So I worked all night, didn't sleep, and then drove all the way to DC.
Those were Air Forces that you did. What?
Yeah, they were the canvas Air Forces, and I pimped them out with like a whole bunch of Chicago stuff. Did the pinstriping from the Bulls and everything. That pair came out super dope. Yeah.
I think this is one of my faves. She did. I call them the Michelangelo 5s. These were the white.
Yeah, it does look like Ninja Turtle.
Yep.
Yeah, so my inspiration there was the Fear 5s combined with the olives.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
What was the base shoe?
What was the base shoe? That was the Space Jam 5.
The white metallics.
White metallics.
What?
Oh, okay.
I got them for $25. There was like no insoles and no laces. $25.
Hey.
Sold.
Right. So how do you feel about NBA or NBA players and NFL players wearing custom cleats, custom sneakers, and have you ever customized a shoe for a quote unquote celebrity or player?
I think it's super dope. The NBA has always been a little more lenient with it, so they've been doing it for a while. Like if anybody follows Andrew TL, he's a super dope customizer. I can't remember the player he works with, but he works with a player where he literally customizes all his shoes. Like he does probably a shoe like at least once a week for him during the NBA season. Dang. I was fortunate enough to get hit up by D Wade and do a pair of his Way of Wade shoes.
Oh, I remember that one.
That's dope. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was super crazy unexpected because my homie Chris, he's tight with the owner of Edition Boutique down in Miami, and he is like the sole basically seller of D Wade's, I think, in the States. And he knows D Wade, personally, and he ended up linking it up because every year they have this Art Basel party where D Wade releases like his Art Basel version of the sneakers, and he hooked it up. Last year I went to Art Basel and I got to go to the party and meet D Wade, and it was super dope. The first celebrity I did something for was Fat Joe, which was really crazy. It was funny because I dropped Danny wanted to get her nails done one day, so I didn't drop her off, but I dropped her off and I was just in the car parked because it was like no parking and I don't want to get towed or run the risk. So I'm just sitting in the car, and it was right around the time when Remy and Nikki were beefing. I'll never forget it because I love Remy. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the car listening to the radio, and they're talking about the beef and this and that, and I get a message, And I'm just like, who is this or whatever? She's like, yeah, yo, I'm looking into getting some customs for my pops. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah. It's like, my pops is Fat Joe. I'm like, Fat Joe who?
What?
Like,
Right.
what?
I'm like,
What?
Steve Pacho?
Right. He's
You
like,
didn't
yeah.
know?
So, right. So I go to his
Okay, no,
page.
give us your actual reaction. Give us your
No, that's
reaction.
what. Right. Because I'm looking. I'm like, what? Like, because I'm like, why would they? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. You know, I've been hearing about your work in these streets, and you know, I think it's dope, and I want to get a Father's Day gift for my pops. And so I go to
That's
his page, and
dope.
I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm like, oh, because like I know what his son looks like, you know, from like music videos and stuff like
Right,
that. I was
right.
like, oh, I was like, wait, I was like, is your name Ryan? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, my dad is Fat Joe. He's like, I want to get a pair. I was like, stop playing. I was like, how'd you even find me? He's like, yeah. He's like, I got my ear to the streets. I heard things. I was like, all right. I was like, all right, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna send you some kicks. He's like, I want you to do something for, you know, my pops, whatever, blah blah blah. So he sent me the Yeezy, the tan,
tan.
Yeezy, Oxford tan, yeah, the Oxford tan Yeezys. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing a custom for Fat Joe, who one, he doesn't like customs. If anybody's seen him on like MTV Cribs or anything, he loves sneakers. He doesn't like customs. And I'm just like, all right, I can't mess this up. Not only is it a shoe that's probably like $800 to replace,
Right, right.
but you know, I have to impress this man because he's giving this as a gift, so he probably doesn't even know about it. And I want him to just drop it on the floor, like, what is this crap?
Right.
So, I get the shoe done. It was something simple. I basically repainted it because they were kind of like they were used. So I fixed the sole, repainted the sole, and I did a camo print on it. So I send them back out, and he gets them, and he's like, yo, they're dope. He's like, I'm going to give them to him. We're having like a little party or whatever for Father's Day. I'm going to give them to him. So I gave them to him. I didn't really hear anything back, and I'm just like, all right, well, I was like, maybe he didn't like them, maybe he didn't wear them or whatever. And like a month or two later, he hits me up, and he sends me the pictures of his dad in this like super dope ball main jacket with some Louis V on, and he has on my sneakers. And I'm just like, wow. I was like, he actually put them on. I'm like,
Y'all got the
screenshot. The pictures are in my they're probably way up in my bio, but the pictures of the shoes are in there before and after, and the picture of him actually wearing them or whatever. And it was super crazy. Like
That's dope.
I still talk
That
to him
is
to
dope.
this day. I did a pair of Yeezys for himself, for Ryan, that I had to send out or whatever. But yeah, he's cool. He hit us up. We went to the Summer Jam during the Biggie anniversary, and him and Remy were there, and he hit me up, like I have his number. He hit me up to come backstage and meet Remy because he knows I'm a fan, but they had like super strict security. Like it was this whole thing going on, so nobody could even have their phone back there. So I didn't end up getting the link up. But hopefully in the future, I'm hoping to do like some customs for Remy and Papoose and the kids or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did they give you an idea, or you just kind of went off the dome with it? Or he gave you something?
Did he say? I think he said he wanted like a camo type theme, and I just came up with exactly how I was gonna do it. Like basically kind of like bait, but not exactly bait print.
Right.
And yeah, with his custom, he gave me like a theme or an idea of what he saw. But like for the most part, most people, a lot of people hit me up and just say, they just hit me up and say do whatever. Or some people say they have a general idea, and I'll mock something up and like I'll probably put some changes where I think there should be changes or whatever. But for the most part, people trust me with the process. So, but I prefer someone to come to me with an idea of what they exactly want, and then I could tweak it to how I think it should be. But people think like, oh, here, just take the shoe. It's a blank canvas. Do what you want. That's the worst thing for an artist. Like my mind probably has like 3,000 different ideas, and if you leave it, I'm just gonna be sitting here staring at the shoe for 3 days. Like, all right, what am I gonna do? Right. What am I gonna do? But I'm hoping to get into the NFL. Like, if I could do something for the Cowboys, or anybody, any player on any team. But
you would love that.
Ideally, I would love to do something for anybody on the Cowboys. It's super dope that the NFL now has their, what do you call it? I can't think of what the week is, but it's basically a week where all the players support their favorite causes and they let them have custom cleats.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, like Nike, Odell Beckham Jr. was like infamous for having custom cleats, and Nike kind of shut it down, and we're basically like, you can only get cleats from us. So now they're customizing their cleats.
His stuff, right?
Yeah, it's kind of corny. They're taking away from somebody who was doing something dope, but
I didn't even know that.
Nike loves.
They should partner with. They should try to partner with. You would think, but how we're talking about.
I don't understand.
They would partner
I don't understand
with someone. At least one shoe per season. Or some sort of program to where they can partner with customizers and they bring them on board to.
And I don't understand. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. I guess they feel the the program that KB did, where she made the shoe that Serena wore. I guess they feel like that's enough.
Right.
But to have customizers who actually do their own hands-on, like to let them paint a shoe and put it out there would be a dope thing. Or even to have some customizers on, like, because customizers come out with all kind of colorways that people seem to like, and obviously they like it too because they're taking a lot of them. So why don't you just say, like, because there's probably people who would work, like myself, you don't have to pay me. I'll give you ideas if you guarantee I get any shoe I want, and I'll pay for the shoe. Just guarantee I don't have to fight anybody for it. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So they have the leverage, but I guess, they don't, at the end of the day, we're customizing on their shoes, so they don't owe us anything. We can never fight them about it, so it's unfortunate.
I got a question. I think
Yeah.
well, it can be presented to anybody on a panel regarding whatever topic they would choose. But how do you stay relevant with, and then when things change, how do you shift gears? So even when it comes to the mature kids, or when it comes to your customs, or when it comes to socks or t-shirts.
Simply for me, when it comes to customs, it's basically it's tough. Like, for me as an artist, you always want to do things you want to do. So sometimes it's hard to be like, oh, somebody might ask me to do something and I don't like it, and it makes me less, I want to do it less. But it's just like, you got to do what you have to do to please the customer. So basically just keeping up with the trends, trying to stay innovative, and, doing things outside the box, like, the easy customs, like people, like something simple, like, drippy swooshes and, the hype stuff, vape and all that. Like, a lot of customizers really hate to do that, but it's what you have to do, to please, the customers out here, because, not everybody's going to love that one-of-one. A lot of people like looking like the next person. So you might get a bunch of people who want LV print or, whatever. But, basically just staying with the trends, seeing what other people are doing, being open to, constructive criticism. Like, I mean, people always come on and, I don't expect everybody to like my stuff, but if you come at me, respectfully and say, hey, I would have did this or I would have did that, I never mind it, because, I'll be like, oh, you know what? I didn't look at it like that. Like, which is why I have Hella and Danny. Like, Danny be like, all right, you do it. She's the one who reins me in. She's like, all right, you doing too much. Like, that don't need to have blue on it too. Like, just leave it as it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think when it comes to the mature kids, we have a very structured show, and I think that I know it's my doing. And because when we first started, I was like, this is how we're going to keep ourselves organized, and Word was like, why? And it's just so that we're all on the same page. And what I do is I go back and I'll watch our lives 2, 3, 4 times, and I take notes. I have extensive notes on our lives. And that's just because I want to know what I can do to make us better.
Yep.
And so, I'll be on FaceTime with the girls and I'll be like, hey, we talked over each other way too much in this episode. Let's try not to talk over each other, because with the way that StreamYard works is it's going to pick up the person who's the loudest. And so if Danny's trying to say something and I'm talking over her, it's going to cut her off and then put me in the forefront of the audio. And so I think watching your own content and taking notes on things that you want to improve will improve your show immensely. And then research. I do a ton of research, and I want to know what I'm talking about, because once we are live on YouTube, it's on YouTube. It's off the internet, and people can go back and find their little receipts and be like, well, you said this, but really it was untrue, which is fine. Things change. I'm not going to know everything. But and then I think I instilled that in the ladies, is that, we should do our research. We should know what we're talking about. And when you do your research, you're able to stay on top of what's relevant and what people want to hear about or talk about.
Yeah, facts. Because I sure enough did not want to watch that Rusty. What is his name?
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz
and Rick Ross. I did not watch that. It was ashy. I wasn't with it, but I knew we was gonna talk about it on the show. So yeah, I sat there for them 2 cringeworthy hours of watching it. So I discussed it. So it's a lot of homework behind the scenes to make the show look as good as it looks. We're always having conversations. We have a running, like we use our phones, our smart devices with all these apps to keep each other up to date on everything.
Yeah, you guys do a great job at it too. I love watching every Sunday.
I think another thing to tell people who want to have a podcast or a show is literally we almost never agree on anything. Like,
Right.
Word wanted to talk about a topic, and I'm like, Word, we have our main topic. Like, what you want to talk about has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. And she's like, no, well, I didn't want to talk about this. And, we conceded,
We
and
stay fighting.
we were like, okay, fine. But we stay arguing about, what we're going to talk about. But we get on the show and we're just fine. But I think it's a misconception that everything's just hunky dory. But
Right.
we're three very different, very out there personalities, and so we're not always gonna mesh well together. But we do our best to communicate. And I always tell the girls this is that we need to listen to understand each other and not listen to react to what one another is saying.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
we
a good one.
definitely appreciate having y'all on tonight. Thank you for accepting that invite, especially word before her surgery. Everybody
Oh
did
yeah,
work
that's a postpone.
Yep.
on postpone.
Yeah, my iron levels are pretty low. I'm hard headed. Danny's been telling me to take my iron tablets, and I haven't been. So
Come
my
on,
iron,
Word.
my iron is low. So I got a month to get my iron up before I can have the surgery. So
There
Yep.
we go.
It's
Well,
cool. I'm
keep
gonna do
word
it
in your
too.
prayers.
We gonna hold you to it. We gonna be checking in.
yeah,
Yep. Make sure you
Just
like
follow
Danny
Mature
said.
Kids. Follow Mature
Yep.
Kids on all platforms. Make sure you follow Word. Make sure you follow Hella. Make sure you follow Danny. Shop with them. Show them some love. They definitely deserve it. Definitely three dope, creative people that just deserve positive energy
Yes.
all day long.
And who support other people.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
can
Well,
It's only
Support
right.
is
I
a
mean,
verb.
yeah,
y'all like
Verb.
y'all friends, y'all family. Like
right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
support. It's like no questions asked. Whatever you doing, as long as you ain't out here like murdering nobody.
Right.
Right.
Commit
I'll
any crime.
support you.
But even if you're doing that, maybe.
Hella knows how to hide a body. So
right.
Look, it depends who it is, you know.
Yeah, it depends.
I watch Dexter.
Well, we definitely appreciate having y'all on. Make sure y'all follow them.
Yep,
Tune
they doing
into their
giveaways,
channel on
right?
Sunday.
Giveaways on Sunday.
yeah. Sunday we
Yeah, I'm
doing
gonna be
giveaways.
tuning in.
Raffle.
Raffle.
Yeah,
Yep.
might
So
we
we
might
got
do one later live tonight on like IG because we haven't been on IG live in a minute, and I had a topic I wanted to talk about that they don't really want to put on the show, so I might go
Uh-oh.
on a debate with Hella.
baby.
So you got to sacrifice. You
Yeah.
got to improvise.
Sound
I should
like.
say improvise.
Right, improvise.
Yeah.
So we got a couple items. We got a couple of switches. We got some shoes. We got some AirPods. We got a couple of things going. So whoever wins, anybody in the
Like,
chat wins.
I mean,
That
you're winning. It's a $300 round, and the Switch is more than $300 retail. So
Mhm.
whoever wins the switch, just know you gotta get
Noted.
Animal Crossing because I said so, and you gotta be my friend and Hella's friend too.
Yeah, my friend
Period.
code is in my bio. Oh,
Mine too.
All right, y'all. We appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure y'all tune in to the Mature Kids on Sunday. And make sure you tune in to the Above Average podcast on Fridays. And we out, y'all. Thank you.
bye guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.